When we last left off in the world of Tungra, our party members, Lunarion and Nobir Gog, after making court with High Mage Valen and the Griffin Knights of the Griffin Watch, a task was given to the Phoenix Rangers, one that put a heavy burden on the shoulders of the captain and Nobir Gog, to eliminate and remove the goblins of Mystistrix once and for all, ridding them of the island and freeing it up for the humans to rule it as they should. Now, after receiving this quest, the party took a night to ponder on it, a few hours at most, and had a brief discussion regarding their runnings with a particular deity, Asmodeus, the Lord of the Nine Hills, and their common connection with this god. And after some discussion and some talk, they decided that they would spare those goblins. And after bringing this back to High Mage Valen, the party was granted audience, finally, with King Griffinhold. And at that audience, they were named the heroes of Westweld and Malden. And a feast was ordered, and drink and food was shared amongst all of the courtiers there. After bringing some very secretive information to light at the dinner table regarding High Mage Valen's request that the Phoenix Rangers take part in another daring quest to assassinate Prince Keldrin of Felbar, the Dwarven prince, said to hold the ear of the king and whispers to him on which way he should move. In the act of secrecy, High Mage Valen took the party members to the king's suite, where they would stay for the night in lavish grandeur. And after picking out their rooms and discussing the real reason for the requirements for High Mage Valen's quest, Lunarion and Gog find themselves within the King's Suite. As High Mage Valen says, well, we will discuss further in the morning. I still would like to thank you for everything that you've done, and we will continue to work together in the future as the King has suggested. And by the way, I have not forgotten your reward or your request. Sleep tight tonight. The rest of us shall feast and drink, and in the morning you'll receive all that is due to you. As he prepares to leave the room, he opens up the door and begins to make his way out as he closes it behind him, leaving you two here within the nice king suite by yourself as you look around the high ceilings and Griffin Knight iconography all around this area, photos of King Griff along the walls, the Queen, and there are also other members of the royal family that you see here. In front of you, as you sit on the nice velvet red couch, a large round table with the blue and gold iconography of the griffin laid across it as well. What would you like to do?
No beard. If the High Mage wanted the prince dead, you could be sure that the prince will be dead come morning. He doesn't need us to do it. I have an idea in mind that perhaps we'd just be scapegoats. We'd kill the prince. He'd find the prince's body once we reported that the job has been completed, and then he'd blame us for it. And he'd take reward for blaming us for killing the prince. So I think either way, with the gathering this large, if he really wanted the prince killed, as swiftly and efficiently as possible, he'll have someone else do it. What do you think?
Um, if that's what you want to do, I'm cool with that. Um, that does seem like a very, 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 very dangerous job, though. You sure you down for that?
There are princes, kings, queens, those that I do wish to kill. I think I've been pretty clear on that. Perhaps not by name, but I've referenced my issue with authority, at least where I'm from. But I don't wish to kill this prince, this random prince whom I know not. So I'm not saying that part, but I am saying that I do think come morning we may wake to turbulence in this castle. And we need to be prepared for it. But I have an alternative idea as well. Perhaps when we leave, we stop by Failbar. We have this letter. We could speak with the king there and let him know that his son is in danger. What are your thoughts on that?
It sounds like there would be anarchy both ways. Um, if we do it that way, I guess there's a way for us to like just leave without anyone looking at us.
If we let a king of one of the richest nations of the world know that his son's life is in danger, I doubt he'd just let us go. I think that's thinking idealistically. Perhaps we simply take our reward and we just go. We do have other business. This entire time, even when I was giving my brief speech in the hall there, the entire time my mind was still on Zahir and the Zahir cultists. I think that's just as important to get to, just as important a task.
Yeah, I do agree. Yeah, I think that's way more important than whatever's going on with these people. I don't care about this kingdom, these people, um, whatever god they believe in, or any of this dwarven malarkey they've been speaking of. I would also like to go to with our riches and boat. Nice boat.
We did procure a nice ship. So, one thing I'd like to do is go to a shop on the way back. I would like to use some of this gold to perhaps gain some new gear. Maybe we can purchase something to beef us up a bit, um, just in case there's issue at the dock. High Mage Valen may want to erase us as well. Perhaps when he sends us on our way with our escorts, they turn their knives and swords and bows and arrows on us as we get to the ship and try to attack us, take the gold back. But that's just me being pessimistic, and as you know where I'm from, with the slavers following me and such, I have every reason to be pessimistic. All things go smoothly, but either way, I do wish to stop at a shop and maybe purchase an item or two. I would also like to stop near the shop to where you can send mail out and send a letter to the Galleria to let them know that we are headed to Leandar directly, so that Sprocket, if he's done the task, I've asked of him if he has arrived in Ludus Bay at this time, so he knows not to come back through the gate to Miss Districts. Um, yeah, that's my idea.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I think that's all the more reason to leave. Because what if he opens the gate, right? And then some of them goblins do want to come back and they just go through the mirror.
Then
Then
everything
we
we've
have to deal
done
with
would have been for
something.
naught. Yes, I agree.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna pour me a drink and head to bed. I did wish to have your counsel, and I appreciate you indulging in this conversation with me. You have a good night, No Beard.
Thank you. Yeah, you too. I am
As you
kind of
guys
tired
hear
right
a
now.
knock on the door.
Who is it? As I approach the door, one hand scratching the back of my head, the other hand on my hip, as I walk towards the door. As I get closer, I said, "Who is it?"
Uh, is this the King Suite?
This is not the king. Your king should be in the hall eating dinner with his subjects.
I'm sorry, wrong room.
Gog, can you believe they have children just running around?
Uh, Why would you think this is the king suite?
You are. I want to remind y'all are in the king suite. So
I
Valen
know,
is
I
going
was
to
about
take
to
you to
tell
a
him
room.
just now.
Okay, got you. Good.
Yeah, I was about to tell him just now. This is the king suite. No bid. But let's get back to it.
Oh, yeah, I don't know anything about royalty. Oh yeah, yeah, on to bed, right? Yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah, you can take the bed or whatever. I'll take the couch here or the bed on that side. As I
Thanks.
go to where there's I'm assuming as Lenorian would know that there's some type of alcoholic beverage inside of the king suite. You can just kind of walk over and pour your own glass. Usually a maid or somebody will come and pour it, but he wants to pour it himself if that's there, so that he can take a drink before he lays down.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of alcohol in here for y'all if y'all want. This is a
Excellent.
This is like the king's honored quarters. So when people come and he wants to have honored guests, they stay in the king suite, which is right next to his room across from the hall.
Perfect. Yeah. So he wants to go ahead and do that. Take a drink, as he kind of ponders over the discussion that he had with No Bid.
Okay, give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
All right. 1 second. Let me pull up the D&D Beyond.
No beer Gog.
Well,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
go ahead. Nah, I was gonna say something dumb. Go ahead.
I was gonna say no beer Gog. While he's doing that, if you can please give me an insight check here.
7 on the Constitution save. Correct.
Yeah, that's a save. So you get pretty drunk. This liquor is Dwarven ale, and you're kind of picking and choosing, and one of them looked, Dwarven, and you took a sip of it. And you got a immunity to poisons, but this stuff does give you a pretty good kick. As you're pondering over the night, you kind of sip a little bit extra.
Yeah, I immediately lay down.
All right. Gog, you got that insight?
Yeah, that is a 10.
Okay. With that 10, you're kind of taking a look at some of the paintings in the room, and you notice that there's a painting of a small boy with two smaller boys next to him, each smaller than the next one. Nothing like crazy, but it draws your attention, like as you're in the suite.
Do those children resemble the kid that who wandered into the king suite?
No. So you guys didn't open the door. Did you open the door at when that person knocked?
We didn't see that kid. He was outside of the door. We never opened it. I just talked to him through the door.
Okay, never mind.
No, but you can roll like a history check to see if like you can recognize this person.
Sure thing.
You said 15?
No, I said sure thing. I rolled a 24, 19 plus 5.
Okay. The oldest boy looks like King Griff. And that's all you kind of know from your talks here. Throughout the discussions of the feast, you overheard that King Griff may have brothers, but you can't like remember their names.
Hey, Lunarion.
Yeah.
Oh
No
boy,
bid.
you sound ugly. Um,
And you
you
sound
ever,
loud. What do you
thank
need?
you. You ever thought that the king, one of his brothers? What if one of his brothers is Throne, the general?
General.
Oh yeah. You know what? We could
What?
just the general, the guy who gave us this mission to begin with.
High Mage Valen?
Uh,
The general that originally was supposed he was supposed to get rid of he was supposed to get rid of the goblins before we arrive. That general.
Yeah, or maybe even Valen. You think so? One of these children, they must be his family. Do you think any of these guys could be that we've interacted with a part of his family, and they want to usurp him and
What does it
take over?
matter? No, Bid. What does it matter? You clearly said that you don't care about the lives of these people here. What? Go to bed.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe I'm just tired. I'm just saying things. What do they call it?
Yeah,
Yapping? Yeah. Let
yeah,
me
of
just go to
course.
bed.
You and me both. Good night, no Bid.
As you both tuck in for the night, I need y'all both to give me survival checks as you lay down on pretty comfortable dwellings. The couch for you, Lunarion, is very, very comfortable. It's a very lavish couch. Gog, the bed, very, very comfortable as well. Lunarion, your survival will be with disadvantage because of your drunkenness. Oh, perfect. Okay, 6. So Gog, you actually wake up first, and you hear the footsteps of people moving about outside of the doorway in the corridors of the castle.
I want to open the door and look out, peek out.
As you open the door and look out, you see. Give me a perception check.
You are the Caucasian in the scary movie, by the way. Like that's crazy. Like that's insane, bro. Like what? Go ahead, man. Do you, man?
As you
That's a 10.
as you open the door and look out, you see Lunarion asleep on the couch, and he is sleeping hard right now.
As I look out the door, I see him.
Are you looking outside the door to the suite now?
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was trying to do. Yeah. You said
Okay,
I heard
got you.
like footsteps.
Yep. So you go out to the door of the suite, and as you look down, it looks like the king and the queen are making their way with their guards down the stairs.
All right, now I want to walk over and wake up Lunarion. Preferably like snatch the. Is he sleeping on the pillow?
Yeah, he's like sleeping on a couch pillow.
Yeah, I want to snatch the pillow from his head real quick.
As he yanks the pillow from underneath you, Lunarion.
Oh, good God. Gog. Gog.
Hey, good morning.
You better have a good reason for waking me up like that.
What do you mean? Good reason? It's day.
What
It's noon.
do you
It's.
want?
I want you to wake up. The king and queen are somewhere around here. I just seen them. I looked out and there they are. So you should get up,
What
get
time is it,
dressed.
Mobid? What is it morning already?
Yes. Why else would I wake you up?
Oh. Ooh, dizzy. It should go away quickly. Sure. Let's ready ourselves and head out.
Yeah, you lightweight. Come on.
As you guys
Lightweight, you should try this stuff. It's stronger than anything I've had in Serpent's Embrace.
Yeah. Okay.
my bad. As you guys start to get yourselves ready, start to put your clothes on, get dressed, get your bags, you kind of look around and take in the opulence and the grandeur of the King's Suite, the fine velvet bedding, curtains hanging down, soft silk, kind of billowing in the breeze of the open large windows. Now that you're kind of taking in everything and the sunlight is shining through, you can see the balcony, the large balcony that looks over the keep and over the castle itself. The gold trimmed flags and banners laced over the windowsills and all around the room, all bearing the sigil of Westweld, the great golden griffin. And you feel the kind of warmth within the room, and you hear another knock on the door.
It's morning, so we should open it. Coming. You know what? Gog, you answer it. Perhaps a yuan tea would scare them this so early in the morning.
Yeah, maybe you are a little creepy looking as I walk to the door and open it.
Standing before you is a very beautiful woman, about 5'4", with crimson red hair, kind of slicked back. She has on a very elegant garb, And she looks at you in her regal way and she says, "Good morning, honored rangers. I come bearing gifts and a word from the Archmage himself."
What is
Oh,
your
what do you have
name?
to say?
I'm sorry?
I asked you what your name was. I'm sorry, no beard.
Ah, my name. I'm Lady Isolde Haro. And you must be Lunarion, and that makes you Gog.
That's right.
She kind of gives you a smile. She says, "Lord Valen asked whether you prefer to take whether you prefer to break your fast first, or be taken directly to your vessel. The kitchens have outdone themselves in your honor."
Well, no, I am kind of hungry.
Yeah, sure. We'll go and gather some breakfast and then we'll be on our way. Thank you. Your name again? Liang
Lady Isolde Haro.
Sword Haro?
Yes.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, sure.
What
Lead the
type of
way.
name is that?
Oh, Doc, hold your tongue. Hold your tongue. He means nothing by that. Trust me. He's just from a
I'll
faraway
have
land.
you know, we come from the
He's
great House Haro. Lord High Mage Valen hails from that city himself.
High Mage Valen hails from the city.
Home of the Arcananium.
Perhaps we could have a conversation over breakfast, or before we get there, we can. Here, come into our room for a moment. I mean to have a word with you, if you don't mind.
Oh. Oh, I'm... Okay, if I must, as she says, so forward. Two strong rangers.
Hey, stop all of that. I see he just grabs her in the room and closes the door behind her.
I'm kidding. Gosh, okay, what's wrong?
You are very beautiful, but no, this conversation would have been more pertinent. How much do you? Wow. What exactly do you know? Do you know much about High Mage Valen? Is he a smart man, someone that you look up to, someone that you'd describe as very cunning or very brilliant, or have you seen some of his works?
Well, he's very smart. He's the most smartest man I know. Why, he is the High Mage of Westweld. All the spells, all the magics, he knows them all. All the scrolls, all the potions, he can make them. Pretty much anything you need him to do, at least as far as I'm concerned, he could do it. But
Is he the reason why you're here? Oh, but please continue. I'm sorry.
he is a little weird about the dwarves of Felbar.
Weird. I take you as a woman that has seen many weird things in your life, especially weird men that may have been hitting on you in their chances to score. I'm assuming that you don't mean weird like that. What do you mean by weird?
He just kind of goes on about how they hide all their secret magics and something about the diamonds.
Secret magics, has that ever appealed to you at all? Are you interested in any of these secret magics? Has he discussed this at all with you?
Oh, no. I'm just his assistant. Well, political assistant. I hold court while he moves about.
So you don't do magic at all?
Oh, no, I wasn't
You don't
blessed
wield
with
it.
those skills.
But couldn't he just teach you? Couldn't he teach you to perhaps how to write sigils or write magic down on notes to cast them?
No, you see, I was born with a bit of a, let's say, a bit of a debuff.
Okay. Do tell.
I have no connection to the weave. High Mage Valen says I'm weaveless.
Ah,
No beard. Are you done?
huh?
Are
Oh,
you
yeah,
done?
yeah. My bad. I've never heard of that. That is a man. You're a real dud.
Is that funny
God.
to you?
Excuse me?
No,
Yeah, no
please.
connection to the weave.
Again, he's from a faraway land. He's kind of dumb. He doesn't know how to conduct himself in front of a majesty as yourself. Question: have you ever seen High Mage Valen harm any of the dwarves?
Oh, no, of course not. He would never stoop that far.
Have you seen High Mage Valen in combat at all, ever?
Uh, not combat per se, but he does do a fireworks show every Damon Day.
Damon Day. Interesting. Wow, I've been away from home for so long, I completely forgot about Damon Day celebrations. Have you been to Failbar?
I have not. I've actually never left Westweld. I have dreams of going to Sealand, catching a boat and sailing out to the sea.
Why? What would you like to see out there?
I don't know. Something past the island.
I mean, it's a big world. Perhaps you're searching for a husband.
No, not searching for a husband. Sorry.
Oh, well, my friend here, No Beard Gog, he's been looking for a wife for
Oh,
some time.
oh no, no, no. I can't say nothing that doesn't know the weeds. No, sir. I'm sorry. Yeah, she's a goner.
Yes, and you're a little different for my taste.
Okay. So, as someone who is disconnected from the weave, what compelled High Mage Valen to put you in his council, especially as secretary, someone so close?
Secretary is a pretty fancy term. I'm more of a personal assistant. I run his errands, I go shopping, I make sure his robes are roby.
Are you the only person in his council that can't weave magic?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well, we're leaving the island. Perhaps you can come with us for a bit. We could always bring you back.
Oh, ew.
If she's a secretary, Gog, perhaps she could help us with the paperwork and some of the items that we're not too privy on.
She's useless. It's like we're carrying a paperweight. That's just extra weight. There's no point of that.
She's paperweight.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know how to run a business, lady?
Oh, I almost forgot. As she gestures her finger, and what looks like a floating treasure chest kind of makes its way over to her, and she opens it, and inside there is a bag. Looks like a small item and some additional things.
I thought you said you couldn't weave magic. How did you get this to float over here?
Oh, this isn't my magic. This is Valen's magic.
Oh, but of course, as I bend down, Gog, look through these things with me. As we look through some of the items, what do we need? Perception checks?
No, it is a pouch. As you kind of flick through, you feel the weight. As you open it up, it kind of gleams in your face. There are 1,000 platinum dragons inside of this pouch.
I don't understand. I don't know this currency. I'm like, is the platinum dragons the gold? Like it's like a currency.
It's equivalent
exchange
of
kind of thing?
10,000 gold. Yes.
Understood. Okay, cool. And you said some other things are in there as well. Is that it?
Yes. There's also a small dragon piece chest, a dragon chest piece in the shape of a griffin knight.
You said it's a chess piece?
Yeah, it's a dragon chest piece.
Can I run perception on it to see like what kind of things it like its stats and stuff?
Yeah, it's just a dragon chest piece. It's a knight, so it moves like the
Oh,
knight.
like a pen almost.
No, it's like an actual chess piece. It just looks like a
Like we're
griffin
playing
knight.
chess, like checkers chess. It's a chess piece.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry, brain fart. Thank you. We appreciate these gifts. I appreciate you for indulging in the conversation, but if you did want to leave the island, feel free to help us sail. The more hands, the better. But could you lead us to breakfast, though? We are quite hungry.
Yes, of course. As she takes you guys down the hallway, the large corridors of Westweld, out of the King's Tower, down the large cylindrical stairs. You make your way.
As we're doing that, I want to ask her a question.
Yeah.
What do the other Griffinites think of us? Like, what is the word?
You want to know if you're the new big bad around town, huh?
No, I wish to know that we aren't the new victims around town.
Oh, you have nothing to fear. The Griffinites are pleased. You've liberated us from misdistricts. Now we can reclaim the lands that are deserved to us. Our trade routes, the swamps, everything will be so much better now that they're gone.
Understood. I'm pleased to hear that as we keep going towards breakfast.
All right, as you guys make your way down to breakfast, you step into the large diner area. Inside there is a table set for a few. Some plates are already being taken up from the table here, as you guys did wake up a little bit late. And as you go down, you smell the air kind of filling with the wafts of fresh meat pies and sweets, candy figs, honey cakes, lemon tarts. All sorts of fruits and vegetables kind of adorn the table as there are servants, either picking up glasses, picking up tables, picking up plates and moving things about. And as you kind of step down into the area, you see some of the younger servant girls start to whisper to each other and kind of point. And you see like a couple of guys kind of standing off and like also looking towards you as Lady Isolde walks you in. And she says, take a seat anywhere.
Lady Esau, we are quite popular, as you mentioned. This is a very interesting position to be in. I don't know how to behave.
Well, you are friends of the kingdom.
So, who gets our breakfast? Do we go and grab our breakfast ourselves? I'd be happy to.
No, you do not grab your breakfast yourselves. You are warriors and friends of Westweld. As another woman steps into the diner, a much taller woman, sharply dressed, flowing in a crimson dress. This is definitely more of a nightgown than breakfast attire. So she seems like somebody that's very sure of herself. She's kind of adorned with different medals and jewelry, and her presence, as she enters in the room, all those eyes and all that attention that was drawn on the Phoenix Rangers gets kind of sucked up to where she is.
Lady, who is that woman? Is she another one of Valen's assistants?
Oh, so these are the slayers of misdistricts and allies of Westweld. I had to see the legends for myself. Tell me, are your swords as sharp as your smiles?
Legends.
Huh?
Well, that alone made me smile. Legends. Gog, legends, eh?
Yeah. Legends.
Legends, sure. It's quite funny. It's a pleasure to meet you. This is No Big Gog. I am Lunarion.
Oh no,
We
I
hail
know
from the
your
Phoenix
names.
Rangers.
I know where you
Oh.
come from, and the pleasure is all mine.
Oh, my
Lady
apologies,
Isolde,
as I
thank you.
vow.
You are excused. As she says, thank you, Lady Liana, as she takes a curtsy and leaves from the table.
Yeah, so you know our names. Who are you again?
Well, I'm Lady Liana Throne,
Well, I
wife
heard that
of
part.
General Throne.
Oh. Nice to meet you, I guess. What business do you have with us?
Oh, I just wish to come see the heroes myself. You must allow me the
Perhaps-
honor of at least sending my regards to your quarters. Perhaps a token of Westweld's gratitude?
Oh. So you're part of our reward, are you?
Oh,
The whore?
part
No,
of your
God.
reward.
I'm
Huh?
sorry. I may have misunderstood you. What did you wish to send to our quarters? I thought it'd be you, as beautiful as you are.
Well, you are quite observant. How about we go upstairs and I can show you myself?
Sure.
She is a whore.
No bid. Shut your damn mouth. You were hungry. Did you wish to eat? Could you perhaps make me a plate as well? And send it up. Lady Lana, could you have some maids send the food up as we talk? We would need to go pretty soon, so let's keep our conversation brief.
Oh, I will try to be brief as you guys make your way upstairs. No beer Gog. You are kind of chilling in the diner. Go ahead and give me a perception check here. Lunarian, I need you to give me a strength check, an athletics check, and a constitution save.
I got a natural one.
Give me a performance check.
A strength check, a constitution check.
Strength, athletics, constitution, and let's throw a performance in. Because you are Phoenix Ranger.
Athletics 18, performance. Crap, where's performance? There we go. Performance 23, and a constitution save?
Yes.
16.
Okay, all right. So, No Beer Gog, as you roll that nat 1, you hear a voice behind you says, where has Lunarian gone? Gog!
Huh?
As you turn around, it is High Mage Valen. As Lady Iso comes running in behind him, he says, High Mage Valen, I'm sorry. I told them that we were going to go to the ship and they wanted to have breakfast.
Yeah, we were hungry. Like, I ate. You didn't feed us. Well, you did feed us, didn't you? I got hungry again.
Did you receive our gifts?
Yeah, you sent the weaveless lady with the little stupid toy of the Griffin Knights. Why would you do that?
Please don't call me Weaveless. As Saul looks at you.
Yeah, you sent the lady with the, with the problems with,
Yes,
the
yes,
things that
yes.
keep us
She is
alive.
magically inept. I understand what you were trying to come across, but I'm curious. Why have you not come to the docks? You've been here for some time. We have much to show you.
Well, Lunarion hasn't ate yet. Can you give us some time? Why are you such in a rush?
Go ahead, give me a persuasion check here.
$18.
18. As he goes, you're right. Sorry. I thought we may be making our way to Morrow today, perhaps to see the Arcanium. I wish to show you my private collection. I have all of the great histories of Tungur Gog.
Oh yeah, like what?
Why, we have the Alphas and the Omegas and the Ascensions and the Book of Asmodeus and... there's one I think you might enjoy. The Book of Sarah.
The Book of Sarah. Actually, I don't think I've read that one. Yeah. You got that on you by chance?
I do not, but it can be found within the private collection of the Arcanium of Harrow.
What else is in there? Do they have like really what wait, you know a lot of spells, don't you? What's the strongest spell that you know?
Ah,
Just curious.
a high mage never reveals all of his secrets.
I don't want all of them. I just want your biggest secret. That's about it.
Okay, between you and I have the ability to create a grand wall of fire that stretches high into the sky, and I can manipulate it with my will.
Oh, okay. And that ability is called.
I call it the Flame Wall.
Very creative. Well, I was eating breakfast, and it's nice to know about your flame walls and all your fancy books and stuff. Can you do me a favor? Can you help me round up a good meal for Lunarion?
Yes, he's sold. Please, gather up some meat pies, some vegetables, and what other foods does Lunarion like, Gog?
He's like a lizard guy, so he likes like berries and raisins, I believe.
We have raisins. Does he prefer oats? We have some oats as well.
No, I think he likes like wait. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, actually, yeah, he would like that.
All right, yes, prepare him a smorgasbord of everything that we have here. Make sure we send off our heroes in a thrilling fashion.
Thank you. You guys have been very hospitable, and I appreciate it.
Well, of course, you've done us a great favor. Something that General Throne has failed to do time and time again. It's a shame. That wife of his is very, very beautiful. To put up with such a failure of a husband. Oh,
What do you mean he's a failure? He's the general of the Griffin Knights. Aren't they like the most competent people of this world? Of this land, I mean?
yes, he is the general of the Griffin Knights, and they are competent, but his failures in misdistricts have been a stain on this country for over 50 years. I know he did not start it, but he did not finish it either. Now, this is something that we've been very, very adamant about getting done, and wow, his failed promises time and time and again are of no matter to me. It is done, thanks to the Phoenix Rangers.
Man, he's been fella for 50 years. Don't you think, like, maybe someone else should take his spot?
No, no, no. He does well everywhere else. It's just in this one area, and I must stress, General Throne has in fact only been general for 10 of those 50 years, and there were failures quite long before him that led up to that. But his failure to get this done within the time frame that he set forth, even with all of the legions of the Griffin Knights within the Griffin Hold, at least the ones that we had, perfectly capable rookies, strong in their own right, fresh from the academy, bright-eyed youths, prime for slaying goblins, never hearing a goblin scream for its mother. Do you know how hard it is to kill a goblin after you've heard it scream for its mother?
I don't know actually, but I imagine it could be. I guess what you just said, hard, right? Yeah.
Yes, there are actually plenty of stories at the Arcanium about the wars of Misdistricts and the Great Sealand occupation of the lands and the Great Sealand Westweld wars, and they talk plenty of the screams of goblin kind in their twisted tongue.
So say I go to this Arcanium that you've been talking about, very adamant about. Am I able to keep anything from there? Maybe.
What? What is the property of the library is the property of the library. Some of these items, Gog, I must stress to you, there may be only one copy of them in all of the lands. From this place, the great Tower of Crelestra feeds us knowledge and wizards and scrolls and spells, ever changing throughout the age. Now, the Arcanium is a place of both mysticism and history, Gog. I would ask that you respect what is there.
Yeah, I'll definitely respect what's there. Yeah, you're right. I should do that. I'm sorry for even asking that. That was. I mean, I didn't mean it as like instilling or anything. I meant like if there was anything, I wanted. What do you call it? Like checking out a book or something like that, and then returning it later.
Ah, you like to rent.
To rent.
Well, perhaps we can make an exchange. We do accept donations to the library, and perhaps if you have something that will be worth of value, then we could perhaps exchange items.
Ah, actually, we do have a very like mystical item that I've never even seen before. It's actually that. What if we just give you that stupid toy back that you gave us, like the little Griffin man?
Oh, you mean
I'm
the
just
Michael?
playing. I'm playing. I'm just joking. No, we wouldn't give you General Hooligan.
No, that's General Gogaboo.
Yeah, we can give back General Goggleboo. Anyone with Goggleboo.
Okay, I'm sorry. As you guys continue to talk over breakfast, he tells you, a little bit about Horror and the Arcanum. And you guys kind of discussed, the makings of the Arcanum and how the great wizard of Crelestra gifted knowledge and treasure to the country of Westweld as a show of good faith to the archaic archipelago. And as he's kind of going through this, you see Lunarion and making his way back into the dining hall. Lunarion, after a pretty good showing with Lady Liana, you were able to definitely get your just desserts and your due for what you've accomplished here within Westweld. You vividly remember something being said like, fuck me like a real general, or something along those lines, as you make your way back into the diner.
No beard. Is the food ready? It's time to go.
Yeah, it is. It is ready. We gather it up for you. I will say, Lunarion, I am very disappointed in you, Captain.
Uh, Perhaps we'll discuss this along the way. Rock, quick question. I just want to be clear, we pocketed the items that we got from the chest. Yes?
Yes, you have all the items. So you have the 10,000.
Okay.
You have the 10,000 gold. You have the dragon chest piece, and apparently, as you make your way, High Mage Valen says to you, "Lunarion, about time you wake up. I knew you were drinking
morning, High
heavily
Mage
last
Valen.
night, but I didn't know you'd be so late to breakfast."
Some of the strongest wine I have ever tasted. It was immaculate, truly. The hospitality has been immeasurable. Thank you so much, High Mage Valen.
Ah, yes, of course. I'm glad that you have found your stay commendable. Think of Westworld as allies of the Phoenix Rangers. And as he says, now, would you like to take your breakfast, or shall we go take it on your new ship?
I'll take it on my new ship, thank you.
As he says, about time. I've been waiting for this for a while. So excited to show you what we've put together. As he stands up from the table, Lady Iso pushes her chair in, and he begins to make his way. Say, okay, this way, to the Grand Docks.
Before we leave, perhaps your secretary could come with us on our trip. We'd bring her back. She seems to want to get off the island for a bit of time. Any issues with that?
Lady Isolde cannot go far. She must stay here. She has quite a number of duties that she must attend to. Isn't that right? And she says, oh, yes, so many duties.
Okay, well, perhaps Lady Liana can come. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Let's go. Let's go, High Mage Valen.
As you guys are walking, he says, making your play at old Liana Throne, eh? I'll have you know I've made several wings at her, and she is not an easy bird to swoon. My charm has not been able to get her.
Has your charm been able to get you your secretary a time or two?
Lunarion, these are interesting questions. Well, perhaps we will talk over a drink on your new vessel.
Perhaps. And again, I apologize that we weren't able to attend to the other task that you would have us do. It merely just wasn't in the cards for us at this time. But perhaps another time, especially now that we identify as allies.
Indeed, of course. I would say, I didn't expect you to turn down quite an offer as your own fief. But I understand your hesitations, and as I said, there are many ways to get this task done.
I don't mean to overstep, but I do mean to warn you a bit. We couldn't acquire our own faith through those means, because if the dwarves in Felbar found out that it was us, as representatives of the Phoenix Rangers party, we don't have a military or a militia to fight on our backs. It would mean war. We would be annihilated. So I say to you, be careful, as well as discreet, in whatever you choose to do. Because I wish to not see your fine people in war.
Westweld lives in war, my son, as he makes a play at his seniority on you. As he says, it's baked into our history. It's a part of who we are. It is why we've become so powerful. Through war and conquest, we've developed technology and powerful magic that has made us strong and more unified together. So, Without war, without that chaos, it would be impossible to have the order that we have today.
High Mage Valen, if your people are really always in constant war, when have they ever felt true freedom?
Since I've had the ear of the kings, the past 4 to be exact.
The illusion of freedom is not the same thing as freedom, and freedom is what I fight for. Perhaps we should have that drink to discuss our ideals.
Well, of
Another
course.
time.
Another time.
Thank you.
As you guys continue to make your way, it's quite a bit of ways from the castle to the docks where you'll be going in Deep Lake. Having to make yourself out of the hold as you step out of the Grand Keep, the first set of gates that leads out into the greater castle of Griffinhold, where there are blacksmiths, tailors, several jockeys, and other members of society working, all for the glory of Westweld, crafting. You see various shops and areas here that you can take a stop at if you would like to.
High Mage Valen, I'd wish to take a stop at this shop here. And I also need to send a letter to the Galleria, where we're from. Brief. It shouldn't take long.
Which one?
Could you point me in the direction of some gear to increase my defenses, please?
He says, there's the Aegis Armory. Is a very nice blacksmith. And there's also the Skyward Sails is nice. It sells nautical equipment, or if you prefer pole arm type of weapons. And you also have the Griffin's Gaze. It's a bit of a apothecary, a smaller apothecary.
You sound pretty versed in this area. Could you please point me to the area the shop to which I could find the best possible gear for medium armor? I wish to be sturdy in my next battle.
He takes you to a very large blacksmith. As you look out, you see several forges, about 4 forges outside, 2 of them with smiths actively working. One with what appears to be an apprentice who's kind of just watching, not with the forge on, but just kind of watching, mimicking. Looks like he's mentally taking reps at the forge. And as you step into the door, High Mage Valen says, "Ha ha ha! We are here for everything that you have, sir." And the shopkeeper says, "Well, you better be ready to die for it." Hello. Hello. He says, "I would like to introduce you to my friends, Christoph." He says, "Who might these folks be?" He says, these are the Phoenix Rangers. Introduce yourselves, gentlemen.
Lunarion, it's a pleasure to meet you. No beard?
I'm Dog. Hi.
Hi, hello, Lunarion. Gog. What can I do you for? You need some mending, some repairing, some crafting, some custom. You look like you can use a custom gear. Some custom armor. Fit around that tight body of yours, yeah?
Oh, yeah, of course, but perhaps custom would take too long. See, we're on our way out. We're headed to another island. Do you have anything readily available? Something perhaps with some magics implanted. I need something kind of special. My current cast-off armor, the breastplate, it's quite fine. It awards me some nice defenses, but I want something a bit stronger.
Something stronger for defense, you say? Well, I got here the Shield of Memory. It's
not a shield. I'm sorry.
Not interested in a shield.
Not interested in.
You talk about defense, you don't want a shield?
I wield a 2-handed polearm. A lance, I'm sorry.
So you're a lance wielder.
Yes,
Perhaps
I
then I
I'd
can
like to see
interest
it.
this in you. This right here is the armor of the falling star. Leather and chain. Grants resistances to radiant damage. And once per long rest, you can cast a Featherfall spell as a reaction.
Featherfall spell. That sounds fine. How do I ask about AC? Like, Do I just say that?
It's leather armor, so it would give you 1 sec. It would give you a plus 13. So it'll give you 13 would be your base.
13. See, this cast off armor breastplate gives me 4 armor class. I mean, it gives me 4 plus 4 to my armor class. I'm looking for like plus 5. Okay. Okay. So cloak of protection. That gives me plus 1. Do you have any cloaks?
Sorry, my friend. This here is an armory, not a tailor.
Perhaps I should go to a tailor then. Is this the best that you have at this time? The armor that you
Unless
showed
you're
me.
looking for weapons or amulets.
No, I think my weapon is pretty tough. Would you like to take a look? Perhaps you can make something better?
All right, let me take a look here.
As I show him Duke Ungi's lance.
What type of amulets do you have?
This right here. Oh, take a look at the amulets. Oh. Egger, come here. As he calls for one of his assistants who comes over and starts to show you the amulets. Egger says, now this here is the Verdant Veil. It gives you +1 to your constitution checks and saving throws. And once per long rest, you can cast Lesser Restoration or a box skin without using a spell slot. It's very good. And this one here is the Amulet of Bound Store. While you're wearing this, you have a plus to your spell save DC, a +1 if that is. And once per day, you may re-roll a failed concentration check. And this right here. Oh, don't show him that. Sorry, this one's not for sale.
What's
You
wrong
want to
with that
see
one?
it?
Yeah. Show us. He's on the roll, sir.
You don't have the coin, my friend.
Are you certain? Please. You don't wish to miss out on a cup of coin. Show us. What could you lose?
As Ager goes, well, all right, fine. Show them. This right here is the Glimmer Shade necklace.
The Glimmer Shade necklace. Did you hear that, Gog? The Glimmer Shade. Sounds like women's jewelry.
It does.
What does it do?
Well, that's the thing. We don't really know, actually.
You are going to sell something without knowing what it does.
Well, so the thing is, it does like a lot of things. It's situational.
Situational. I've never heard of something that's an amulet that's situational. Is it alive?
No, we think it's some type of wild magics.
Interesting. No beard? Are you interested?
Yeah, tell us a little bit of. Have you guys used this before?
I've heard it used a few different ways. One man said he was drowning in the sea, and he touched the necklace and allowed him to breathe water. Another man said he was climbing up a mountain, and his arms got real tired and he began to rub on the necklace, and suddenly he felt the strength of 10 men. But there was one fellow who wanted to figure out how he could better make love to a woman, And he rubbed on that necklace. And, well, let's say that man's been locked in a loop for a long time.
Locked in a loop? This doesn't sound safe, No Beard. Like, at all. Is there
I
any
don't
way
know.
for us to test this?
Salute.
Quite a dangerous thing to test, don't you think?
Well, perhaps you could show us, blacksmith.
Perhaps not. Rather not lose my shop or lose my mind.
Fair. Can't be mad at that. Anyway, you've looked at the lens. Do you see anything that could you make it better, perhaps?
Why? Unfortunately, making this item better is a little bit beyond my capabilities. We could try to imbue it with some sort of elemental affinity or some sort of spell bonus, but it would take quite some time, and I would need some assistance from the High Mage here, if you will. He's a very strong lance. Matter of fact, where do you get this item from? Would you be willing to trade it?
Trade it for what?
Why? As he twirls his mustache. I'll trade it for the necklace.
No, I'm fine. I'll take it back here. We don't have much time to imbue it with any type of magics at this time, but we appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Perhaps we'll come back sometime and get some of your works.
Of course. What about yourself, young one? You look like you can use some armor, walk around with just your gobs here. Can't be too strong with that.
Talking to me?
Yes, he turns to you, go.
Yes, he's talking to you.
Nah, I don't want none of this. I don't want none of this.
Not deaf for a moment. Oh,
What? You don't speak for me.
you were quite quiet for some time. I didn't know.
I was thinking. I didn't know if I wanted. No, I don't want any of this armor. No.
All right. I will say, if you are looking for some particularly exquisite magical items, I have to tell you that, one, we have a very, very, very nice sister shop in Morwen. The Enchanted Cauldron. Right next to the Arcanium. And right next door is also the Frostfire Forge.
Frostfire Forge.
But I am curious. If you were to sell that necklace, how much would you sell it for?
To you, strangers, they are not strangers, Christoph. They are friends and heroes of Westweld. Ah, yes, to you, friends and heroes of Westweld. We call it 3,500 gold pieces.
Oh, yeah, good luck.
We appreciate your time, sir. And I wish that you could sell that amulet to someone else here soon, so you can get it off your hands. Especially if you have no plans to use it. High Mage Valen, perhaps you can take me somewhere where I could buy a cape.
Well, there is a tailor here.
Look.
I don't know if we'll find anything fitting your magical necessities. But perhaps.
Maybe.
Mind what I
just wanna
said
stop
about
by
the
for a moment.
dwarves, Lunarion, as he takes you out of the shop. All of our finer items, armors, weapons, are crafted by them. We don't make anything in Westworld anymore, outside of horror, of course. Led by me. Sorry, Morwen.
Okay. Well, are you saying that I should go to Philbar to buy something that I'm looking for?
So, would you like to go into this tailor shop? This is
Let's go to the tailor shop.
Lady Sarah's. Lady Sarah, I've brought some friends here. Hi, what can I do you for, gentlemen?
Here. It's a pleasure to meet you. Please, take a look at my cloak.
Pleasure's all mine. Ooh, that's a nice cloak.
The cloak of protection, as I show her. Perhaps you have something
Oh.
better that you could sell me.
Let me take a look at shoot. As she uses her monocles to kind of zoom in. She says, oh, this is a fancy cloak. Where'd you get it?
I purchased this cloak some time ago. Do you have any better wares?
Better cloaks. Let me see. Well, I do have this one. As she whips out a nice blue and gold cloak showing the sigil of Westweld.
Oh yeah, this looks pretty nice. What are the attributes?
Ah, well, this right here is a cloak of the Griffin. It gives you a +1 to your animal handling.
Oh, that's interesting. I have pretty good animal handling as it stands, so I'll pass on this one. It's a bit disappointing, but thank you so much for taking a look. No beard. Is there anything here that you'd like to purchase? So take a look at.
Excuse me, man. Do you have anything fitting for a monk?
Well, I do have a cloak of protection.
And that does what?
Cloak of protection is quite nice, no big gog. I have one myself. It adds one +1 to your armor class and +1 to your saving throws.
You don't have anything better than that. I don't want to mess with him.
Let me see here. She
Suit
goes.
yourself, no beard.
She pulls out what looks to be a scaly belt. She says, "This right here, made from dragon scales itself."
That's interesting.
Does look nice.
Lion leans in as well. Yeah. Perhaps you could describe that item a bit more.
She says, "This is a dragon hide belt. The finely detailed scale drawings. See how the red scales blend perfectly with the other chromatic inks. While you're wearing it, you get a bonus to any saving throws and the DCs of your key features, seeing as you are of the monk variant. This bonus, of course, is determined by the rarity, and this right here is uncommon as I am not that skilled yet, but I am getting there, so it does give you a +1. In addition, you can use an action to regain key points equal to the roll of your martial die, and you can use this action until the next dawn, so you get that once per day."
Wow. This seems awful because I already have a move where I can get my key points back. Yeah, let's Lunarion, you want to leave?
I'm sorry, one question. Do you have any other belts? Any other belts that increases your AC?
Let me take a look. As she goes to the back, she says, "We've been getting shipments from Felbar. Let me see if we've got anything. Feel free to look around while you do. Go ahead, take a look, and y'all can. Is there any item that y'all are looking for specifically, off the table? Feel free to look it up as she's going to the back to see what belt she has.
Is there a way for us to see what's on the table?
So I'm actually asking if you're looking for a specific magical item from this shop that you want to buy.
Yeah.
So if there's something
I'm
that you
looking
for sure
for-
know, yeah.
I'm looking for either a belt or preferably a belt that could give me +1 to my AC. And like whatever else it comes with, that'd be cool. As I look at No Beard and I say, yeah, it's a bit disappointing. Sorry, No Beard. I did expect to see a bit more around here, but I guess they get everything from Philbar, and maybe we came at a time where the shipments just weren't shipmenting, you know. So perhaps we leave. As he begins to turn around a little bit and
As she
gets
says,
ready to walk.
"Okay, I got two things." She says, "One, here." She shows you a giant belt that looks way too big to fit you. But she says, "No, trust me." As you like looking at it, she says, "It'll fit once you put it on." And then she says, "And this one right here." And it is a very thin belt, but as you look on the inside, you can see magical energy kind of flying through it, almost like what would be like a particle collider kind of deal. Like you can kind of see like lights flying around and within the belt. As she says, "So unfortunately, nothing for AC, but these here are pretty good."
Oh, please do explain those.
She says,
Preferably
"So
not the big one.
well," she says,
The
"the
small
big one. This is the belt of giant strength. It gives you a modifier to your strength score based on the strength of the belt. This right here is made from a fire giant.
Wow, that is interesting. I'm not too interested in that one, but what about the other one there?
Okay, this one here is a belt of shield. It allows you to use the shield spell once per day, which is kind of like increasing your AC.
Yeah, I actually do like that one. How much would you charge for that?
This one right here is going to be very cheap. It's going to be about 5,000 gold pieces.
We appreciate your service so kindly. Thank you, and I apologize that you had to look through all of your wares to find these two items.
Wait. We're heroes. Is there any deal that you could cut for us? Like we've done a lot for you guys, so I don't think paying the basic price for this item would be fair to us.
Yes, Lady Sarah. Please, you must consider that they are heroes and friends of Westweld. In fact, I don't know if you heard the news, but they have liberated us from the goblins of Mist Districts, all by themselves. This is Captain Lunarion and Obir Gog of the Phoenix Rangers. Can't we give them a little bit off on the price? As High Mage Valen is offering advantage to anybody that would like to try to persuade her. Gog, if you would like to roll, or if Lunarion, if you would like to say something.
I'd like to persuade her. Perhaps we could walk away with it for free as of our final token of relieving you all of the goblins and Mist Districts. Perhaps business could be better for you, and you'll just recoup the funds anyway as your trade routes and such open up over time. As I roll my persuasion. And I roll at 18.
Oh, she says, I cannot do free, even for heroes. Please know that I am so grateful for everything that y'all have done for Westweld and everything that you've done for the city. But what I can do, sweetie, is I will give you a hometown discount. How about that? We'll do 50% off.
2,500 gold. And for that shield, I can cast that without using a spell slot?
Yes, once per day.
Gog, are you fine with me spending this gold?
Of course I am, Captain.
Then I will purchase the belt. Thank you, we appreciate. Oh, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Could you just do 2,000 gold flat?
You're driving a hard bargain, sir.
You're selling a great price.
Go ahead, give me another persuasion check. This one's going to be a higher DC.
Okay. I did not. That was persuasion. Fine. 14.
She says, 2250, and we got a deal. And she sticks her hand out.
2250 works for me. As I take 2250 out. Okay, cool. And then you can send me that shield when you're ready.
Yep, I'm about to put in my notes. I'll send it to you when you, after or if you need it. As she says, kind of claps her hands together. Ooh, platinums. You are very, very, very welcome, gentlemen.
I appreciate you as well. You take care. High Mage Valen, please, to our ship.
He says, yes. Have you done for shopping for the morning?
Yes, I am done. No beard. Did you need anything else?
I am done as well.
I'm sorry. I do wish to send a letter. Perhaps we can go to a station. This would take the shortest amount of time.
Of course. Would you like to post it on the cross? I'm sorry. Would you like to nail it to the cross?
No, not at all. I'd like to mail it directly to the location, please.
Ah. You like to prefer a little bit more secrecy than your last message, I presume?
Yes.
Yes. Had I known how much I would have enjoyed your company last night, Lunarion, I would have told you. You should not use cross for secure messages. That message you sent to your party members was sent all over Tungra. who knows what forces or what foes picked it up.
Can you remove messages from the cross?
Once it's nailed to the cross, it is up to Damon himself.
Fine. We'll fare well. My party members are strong. Whatever comes to them, they'll deal with it accordingly. I'd like to send this message directly to the Galleria, please.
Of course, we will go to the Royal Pigeon Hall, which we have the fastest pigeons. But there is the Rapid Phoenix service that you could use again, and we could go there if you would like to spend the gold. It's about 10 gold, I think.
Which is the closest?
The Royal Pigeon is right here, but the Phoenix Hall is right up the road. I could take you in no time.
Fine, let's go.
As he takes you to the Phoenix shop, and the guy goes, "Hey, welcome. Can I interest you in a pigeon today? We will send a royal pigeon directly to the place that you need it. It's only 5 gold. Can I get it for 5 gold? 5 gold. Can I get it for 5?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
Or
Please.
can we offer you today in our Phoenix service? Now, this Phoenix, because there are a lot of hunters out here in the forest of Westweld. If your pigeon happens to get shot down, there is no way that we can ensure the delivery of your message. But your Phoenix, once it is shot, it will get back up and fly again. It will live a second life to through it that strife and make sure that your letter makes it right."
How much is that? I forget.
Oh, there's just another 2 gold, 2 gold, plus 2 gold, plus 2 gold on that. So 7 gold.
I'll go ahead and do that, please. I'll go ahead and send a letter to 2 locations, to the Galleria and to Lady Balin's home.
Of course. Now, can I interest you in an upgrade, sir? Upgrade, sir. Now, not a cheap upgrade, sir. We're talking about 25 gold upgrade, 25 gold upgrade, sir. And this is our Phoenix Portal service, sir. Have you ever, sir, and I say have you ever, seen a Phoenix flying through a magical portal that takes you from point A to point B in the blink of an eye? There is no C, sir. The only thing you see is the delivery of the message.
Sir, please, you are working my patience. I'd like to send the letter as quickly as I can.
All right,
Yes,
sir.
we
Now,
will
that way,
upgrade
25
to
gold,
the portal.
25 gold, 25 gold, 25 gold per letter, sir.
I'll go.
All right, that'll be 2 letters, sir. 50 gold.
50 gold. As I hand him the 50 gold.
Thank you, sir. And he gives you a pen and a paper to write your letter.
I just want to write, No Beard Gog and I are heading to Leandar. I hope everyone is well. Hope to see you soon. That's it this time. Oh, and Sprocket, no need to open the portal. Please take good care of the goblins. Don't trash the Galleria, or you will not receive any of the gold reward that we acquired from its districts. And I want to send that everywhere, that same message to both, because I want everybody to know that I said that part.
Okay, cool. As he takes it and he gives it to the 2 large red phoenixes who grip it within their talons, and you watch as he pushes a button and runes start to appear and a portal opens up. And one of them flies through, and he pushes another button, another portal was opened up, and he flies through, and they both fly right back as your messages are delivered to their locations.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Anytime, sir. 50 gold, 100 gold, 300 gold, 200 gold. Price might go up, price might go down. We'll see.
All right, Valen, let's head out.
As he takes you now to the outskirts of the castle. You guys are walking now within where there are some homes here of some of the family members and some of the friends, some of the locals here of Westweld. As he takes you now down to the Deep Lake dock. As you guys approach the dock, Lady Isolde is sort of giving you the ins and outs of the area. You can hear songbirds and seabirds kind of sailing, seagulls going off as you see large vessels, several large vessels bearing different Jolly Rogers of various mercenary companies. One in particular you would find very familiar, and as you see there, it happens to be one that draws your attention. A large ironclad ship with a very large runway leading from the deck that stands about 25 feet above the ground. You see large men in various armors, not matching, but all bearing the same emblem on some piece of their body, working this dock. And as you're going through, Lady Soul kind of is pointing out all the different Jolly Rogers and telling you about them, telling you the differences between the ones that are mercenary companies and the ones that are nation states. And going through, if you wanted to, you can roll a perception check and I can give you some additional details.
Yeah, I'd like to roll a perception check. You gonna roll one too, No Beard?
Yeah.
All right, both of y'all give me a perception, please. Okay, yeah. So as she's pointing it out, you're seeing everything. One that she points out is the Iron Tusk. You guys are very familiar with the Iron Tusk sigil. The two large tusks on the Jolly Roger of the ship. There are orcs that are kind of standing on the deck, picking up items, trading. There appears to be a large company of them. These are some grizzled, hardened mercenaries. There's also a sigil of the Triads here. You guys will know that they are the elf, human, and dwarven allied mercenaries that handle a lot of the trade route security of Tungra, managing those routes and making sure that merchant vessels can get to and from where they need to go. Lady Isolde has a particular affinity with the Triads. She loves the design of the Jolly Roger, the interlocking rings, the gold, silver, and bronze representing the humans, elves, and dwarves, all hovering over the beautiful rose, the red rose that she says matches the color of her hair. Additionally, she kind of talks about some of the nation state sigils, Jolly Rogers that are here. The sigil of Felbar, of giant heart-shaped gem, brilliant white, that appears to be glowing from within. Dwarves taking items to and fro. And there are also some that you are not familiar with. The Ashlands she talks about, one that is fiery red from a nearby island. Also, she talks of the twin nations, King and Ogmeek, the land of dragons, the golden and the jade dragons. Also, she talks a little bit about Bentara, the desert island here nearby. And then she, of course, shows you the Westweld and the Sealand sigils of those boats as you guys are walking down the dock. She makes particular, and as you guys rolled at 19, you make particular notice of the large ironclad vessel. And as you pass it, she goes, she kind of points it out to you, and she told you about the Exile Vanguard. She says their Jolly Roger is named the Shattered Crown. A silver crown split in two, suspended above a black tower, wrapped in crimson chains, all set against a midnight blue field. The tower in the sigil is battered, but it still stands, and behind it there are faint rays of a light shining down jagged mountains. And she kind of talks about how they're very particular about their flag and how it never touches the ground, and how if it is not hoisted, it is carried by a one shield bearer, and that shield bearer is assigned to each vessel that carries the Jolly Roger or flag, each unit that carries a flag of the Exile Vanguard. She talks to you about how they are all fallen heroes, exiled, that left Felglorado, that whatever honor that they have left since leaving their duty, they have put it to work by joining the Vanguard. Now she kind of takes you down. You see what appears to be a nice, almost, this vessel kind of stands out for sure. Everybody kind of has the classic colors of their sigil, but this blue shines like a blue that you never really seen before. It matches. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can now. Yeah, you're back.
Okay. Sorry. So yes. So as you pull up, you see a large blue vessel with several sails in the same color. This ship matches from head to toe with slight golden hints around the body. And as you arrive, she says, "And we are here."
This is our ship. You're giving us this.
1 second, I want to pull it up so y'all can see it. Oh, there we go. This is by far the largest vessel that you've had. Far too large for just you and Gog to sail it alone. As High Mage Valen says, yes, don't you like it?
I love it. No bid. This is amazing.
Yeah, we definitely need a crew for this one, though.
Ah, and a crew
That's a good
you
point.
shall have.
A crew?
Why, yes. As you guys hear a familiar voice. Yes, you will have yourselves a crew. And as you turn, it is General Throne, who appears to be standing with two Griffin Knights, one with his helmet off, the other wearing his helmet and all of his armor. As he says, you will have yourself a crew, gentlemen. Welcome to your new vessel, the Sapphire Rain.
Would you be joining us, General?
I will not be joining you, no. But I would like to introduce you to someone. I need you both to make perception checks.
The music stopped, and okay. With that, oh wait, I got an initiative. Can I do a +1 on my initiative thing? Or no, that's not inspiration. Fudge. All right, cool. Do we have inspiration every day? Like one time every day?
You do not.
Okay. Dang. I will. Stupid dice.
1 second, let me figure out what's going on with the music.
Got you.
Lunaria,
Yeah, no.
just so these guys gotta like pledge allegiance to us, right?
I think so, no beard. And if that's the case, I do wish to put you in charge of those that are running the ship, if you don't mind.
Absolutely not. Guys, the Griffin Knights, they're stupid. They're dumb. No, no,
But you can whip them into shape, no beard.
I can't. I'm too tired to.
No beard. For the love of God.
No,
No
Marion.
beard.
This is your
I
job.
hear you.
You need to own up to your responsibilities, man. You are the
do own up to
captain.
my responsibility. I got us this ship. I do own up to my job. I do own up to my responsibilities, but at the very least, no beard, it's important to have generals in your council, and generals lead as well. So I wouldn't mind you leading, at least this group.
But I wouldn't mind you leading this group.
Then will you follow as well?
That's what I've been doing. Why you ask redundant questions?
Perhaps I just like to hear your answer. You are a good friend.
Mm-hmm.
As General Throne says, and a crew you shall have. I want to introduce you to somebody, and with those perception checks that you guys rolled, that 10, Nobir Gog, one of them does look slightly familiar. As you guys are introduced, he says, Phoenix Rangers, allow me to introduce you to your new first mate. This is Prince Gareth Griffinhold, the youngest of King Griff's line, and now in your charge. He will serve not only as a symbol of the crown's favor, but as your fellow comrade in arms, for better or for worse. He is my former squire, and the king himself has requested that you take him under your tutelage, seeing as you are proving yourself quite capable in battle.
Of course. Please, your name again, Squire.
It's an honor. I will do my best not to slow you down. My name
Yeah,
is
but
Prince Gareth Griffinhold.
Prince? You're a prince.
Yes, kinda. Well, third in line, so particularly don't intend to ever claim the throne, but I want to do my part in being strong and seeing the world and being able to bring that knowledge back to help my brother is what I want to do.
You are a prince, and you're setting sea, leaving your kingdom. What compels you to do such thing? It takes a lot to leave a young one's land, especially someone who has a right to ownership of this land.
The same thing that led me to sign up for the Griffin Knights. I'm never going to see the throne, and I got two older brothers in front of me. One's the king, and one's a pretty decorated commander. So I figured, well, why not do my own thing?
So stupidity is the answer to that question then. I'm kidding, of course. No beard. Meet Gareth is his name. Perhaps we drop the prince, yeah, on the ship? Do you mind?
Oh, of course. On the ship, we're all equals, of course. No titles. It doesn't mean that much to me anyway.
All right, Gareth, this is No Beard Gog, or just Gog.
As he sticks his hand out to shake your hand.
And Gog shakes it back.
Gareth Griffinhold.
Gog. No beard hold.
Gog. No beard. Gog of the no beard.
Nice to meet you too.
Ah, wait, I almost forgot. My brother, as he reaches to the pocket, wanted me to give you this. These are rings of Westweld. Wear them and let none doubt our alliance, your alliance with the crown. You will have the right to parlay in any court in Malden and across and gain access to the Grand Arcanum of Morwen itself. Use this wisely, of course, and do not lose them.
We appreciate it. Gratefully, thank you so much, Prince Gareth, and to your family.
Now before I go, as High Mage Valen is kind of starting to make his way out as he's seeing that his deed is done, he says, "Here, take these," and he hands you two rolled up pieces of paper with a sort of twine around them. He says, letters from the king and queen and one for myself.
And these letters, are they for Felbar?
Read them when you get on your ship.
Yes, as I take some steps down. No Beard, could you accompany Sir Gareth onto the ship? I mean to speak with High Mage Valen for a moment.
Yes, come on this way, right here. As well, while I welcome up there, I want to also undo my scroll and look at it.
So you undo both of the scrolls, or did you take one of them?
I have one. He has one, right? Or is it just one scroll?
They're two different scrolls. So we'll say you get this one, so I got you. As you open it up, it says, "To the honored companions known as the Phoenix Rangers, in the name of the Crown of Westweld and the Communion of Greater Malden, we extend our deepest gratitude and solemn praise for your valorous deeds in the liberation of Miss Districts. The goblin menace that once darkened our shores has been vanquished, and the people of the Western Marches, the people of Western Malden once more breathe freely beneath a sky of peace. Your actions were not simply brave, they were just. In standing against chaos, you've done what so many dared not, and for this, the realm is indebted. By this writ, let it be known you are hereby recognized as friends of Westweld and Greater Malden, an honor reserved for only the most noble and proven of allies. This letter shall serve as your crown-bound writ of passage. Presented in any of the great courts of Malden, be it Sealand, Felbar, or Griffinhold, and you shall be granted immediate audience with sovereign or council. You are also welcome within the walls of Westweld as honored guests in the Griffinhold, and the banners of the Phoenix shall fly beside ours whenever you return. May your flame burn ever bright, and your cause never falter. Signed in trust and honor, King Griff of Westweld, Queen Lysandra of House Xanath, and the Sealand territory.
That was it for me. I'm walking him to the back to the ship.
Okay, cool. As you start to walk into the ship, let's cut to Lunarion and Valen as you guys have your side discussion.
High Mage Valen, before we depart, another thank you. But I do mean to ask if you want to join us on our trip. I know you have your responsibilities here, but as High Mage and with your interest in the arts, perhaps you'd be interested in Whispers of Zahir. There are whispers of a Zahir cult in Leandar. As far as I understand, Zahir is nothing but a myth. But perhaps you know more.
Yes, there are whispers, but that is not my journey to take, Lunarion. My responsibilities are to the people of Westweld.
Well, if the whispers make it here, you do well to protect your people. The Yuan Ti can be very dangerous, as you know.
Yes, in fact, you are the first Yuan-Ti I've met that hasn't tried to cut my throat.
You do well to take care. Be careful, High Mage Valen, in your
Yes.
endeavors.
And you stay dangerous, Lunarion.
Oh, but of course, this was merely a bit of respite. As he turns around and he heads up onto the ship. General Throne, thank you again.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Enjoy your ship. Enjoy your long voyage away from Westweld.
We on the ship. This motherfucker chunky.
As you guys
Oh,
get on the
shit.
ship, you walk and you see Gog is in the middle of being introduced to the captain. As he says, "Hi, what's your name?"
My name is Gog, and yours?
Name's Velnos Moors. The captain
Vilnos.
of the Sapphire Rain.
Interesting name, Vilnos. The captain of the what now?
By the Sapphire Rain. Your new ship.
Yeah, I don't think this name's gonna do. We might have to change this, and we might have to change those banners and the Jolly Roger and stuff. But we'll do that like another time. But
Let's not start changing my ship. We just got here, okay? I've done a lot of work. Let me tell you, these
your ship?
sails. Sorry, your ship. I'm the captain. Your ship. You own the ship.
You're the captain? Thought he was the captain.
Ah. Sorry, I didn't know we had sailors coming
Didn't
aboard.
ask, did you?
You're right. I apologize. Have to say, I'm here as a ally, of course. I have been charged by King Griff himself to assist you, as the Sapphire Rain is yours to travel the world. Would you like to hear a song?
No, we don't want to hear any music. So that means you're ours too, by proxy, right?
Wouldn't say I'm your property, mate, but we say we are employees of the Phoenix Rangers.
I like the way that sounds. So you're not the captain, nor are you the first mate. What would you be?
I'm the captain of the ship.
Lunaria, what does that make him?
No, Beard, you're scaring the man. You're scaring the man. What he means to say, No Beard, is that he is the captain of the ship by way of rowing the ship. That does not mean he is the captain of the Phoenix Rangers, albeit he is in the company of the Phoenix Rangers. Does that make sense? I'll put it like this. You tell him where we want to go, and he'll take us. And he'll make sure we get there safely. Is that fair?
That's fair, but he can't call himself the captain. He got to call himself something else.
But he's the captain of the ship, though. What would you have him be called?
If he's the captain of the ship and you told him what to do, then what does that make you?
Well, that would make us friends. He's in our company, and this is his job. He helps navigate, he helps propel the ship forward, he helps get us to the location safely. And once he's off this ship, what do you think that makes him?
When he's off the ship, that makes him the guard of the ship. He needs to guard this ship.
Absolutely. So, we should have no issue with titles here. Oh, I'm Lunarion. Nice to meet you. As I extend my hand to shake the man's hand with my other hand behind my head, kind of scratching the back of my head.
Nice to meet you as well. Don't worry, not afraid of you, Yuan-Ti.
Oh, good. Okay. So you've seen Yuan-Ti before. Did they try to kill you?
Yeah, but
okay.
Never got close enough to do it, so I don't think you'd be a problem.
So you're quite tough.
I am a Jamasi after all.
Good. Where we're going and what we're doing, you'll need to be tough. You'll be in our company indefinitely, correct?
Well, until King Griff calls me to some other duty.
Sure. So you'll be with us until then.
Call him by what? You got like a magical item?
By pigeon or, I don't know, Portal Phoenix? But yes, in general, yes. I work for
Makes
you.
sense.
We are allies. We are bounded in this quest by which you wish to travel. And you said Felbar, yes, I believe is what King Griff mentioned you were speaking of. Or is it...
No, but we're not going to go to Felbar. See, we have business in Leandar. Please get us there as quickly as possible.
Crew to Leandar! Tit stat! As he says, would you like to meet the crew?
Absolutely. Are there drinks?
Of course there are drinks. But I must say, before we take off, there is a very nice tavern here on the docks where all of the mercenaries and shipwrights like to go before they take off.
I see what you mean now, Gog. I do see what you mean. So didn't I tell you that we need to get to Leandar as quickly as possible?
Yes, of course. I just merely wanted to offer you some entertainment.
So tell the crew to get ready so that we can leave. To hell with the tavern.
The crew's already getting the ship ready. He's just chatting with you. He's the captain. Whatever he said goes. As soon as he started talking, people started moving.
And I said what I said.
I can see.
No, I would say that to you. I would say that to you.
No, I'm saying, he goes,
Okay,
he goes, I see you guys are going to have to get used to how things go around here. Yes, it's your ship. I'm the captain. They listen. But I'm going to offer you things, of course. Don't have to always listen to me, but I'm going to try to pick your ear. Let me start taking to introduce some of my guys. Like I says, this Necro, he used to be a bard. Sometimes we can get him to play songs, but typically things get a little weird. Anyway, Cthulhu's here.
I'm sorry,
Cthulhu
what did you call? Did you call him your Negro?
No, Necro. Name's
Necro. Oh, Necro. Nice to meet you. Pleasure.
Dead?
No, name's Necro. You ever seen a half-elf before?
Half-elf. Understood. Sure. Next.
And I'm Cthulhu Strongfellow.
I like this guy.
Like that. He's fun. Next.
Hi, I'm Grunhild the Mighty. As you see a hulking dwarven woman.
The Mighty.
Yes, the Mighty.
I have a friend that would surely take a liking to you. Next.
So Tristan, sir. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, said Tristan. And what exactly do you do here?
I man the poop deck.
But of course you do, said Tristan. Next.
Merrick Brandbeer.
Could you say that again?
Merrick Brandbeer.
No beard.
Medic branded?
Medic.
Your name's
Brandbeer.
Medic? Oh yeah, man. You must be drunk. I don't understand him.
Yes, I'm drunk. I'm a dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
What a fun bunch. Next.
I'm Joran Tylo. Nice to meet you. I'm the cook.
Pleasure to meet you, cook. Have you been cooking for a long time?
Oh yeah, all my life.
All your life. So, good. I expect the food would be delightful. Next.
I'm Anil Winsong. I'm the navigator. I
The
stay up in the
navigator.
top there.
Of course, in your race.
I'm an elf, silly.
I'm sorry, I'm squinting my eyes a bit. I'm still a bit um I have a bit of a hangover from the night before. I'm so sorry. It's a pleasure to meet you. Next.
Next is a Triton female. She looks kind of like Velnos, a little bit smaller. She says,
Hi, Talik Underleaf, Watchman.
It's a
Watchwoman,
pleasure to meet
actually.
you. Of course. You all look quite strong. Have
Oh,
you all been
sorry.
selling with each other for a
that
long
is not
time?
her name. Her name is Nimra. Shellstep. I read the wrong name.
That's all good. You guys look quite strong. Have you been selling together for a long time?
Why, yes, we've all come under Velnos's banner. The Sapphire Rain has seen its fair share of adventures.
I'm glad. You will all surely need to be strong where we are going. Thank you.
Yes. I understand we'll be going to Felbar, yes?
No, we'll be going to Leander.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Captain did
It's
say
fine.
Leander. This is
Velnos did
Talik
say we'll get
and
used to it
Vel.
around here.
As he points to a halfling and a dragonborn.
He says, Talik's quartermaster. Vel is, let's just say, he keeps the wind blowing.
All right, it's a pleasure to meet you all.
And lastly, there's an individual standing who was not introduced. A very large human male. The male that was in the Griffinite suit. As you guys step in front of him, he kind of lifts up his helmet. He says, Eric Donsend, Griffinite, steward and bodyguard of Prince Gareth Griffinhold.
Oh, so the courageous prince brings a bodyguard. What's that with all you were talking about before, about your courageous journeys and wish to see the world to bring back the information and the newfound strength for your kingdom? You're going to do that with the bodyguard along the way.
Well, it's up
Gareth?
to me. Sir Alric wouldn't be here, but of course, King Griff has his wishes and cannot deny the king.
Why can't you deny the king? You're a prince.
He's
You're
the
far away
king.
from your kingdom. Well, you're not here for long. Perhaps when we leave, we'll have a contest. If your knight there can beat my friend No-Beard Gog in combat, one-on-one, then he stays. And if not, then he jumps ship.
Well, I didn't agree to fight no one.
Oh, but I have wages. And he doesn't have to jump ship in the middle of nowhere. Of course, he'd just jump ship on whatever land we leave him on. With some money, he'd be fine. He'd start a new life.
I won't
These
be
are
leaving
games.
the sight of Prince Gareth.
These
Sorry.
are jokes. It's fine. These are jokes. Please. To Leander, Velnos, I apologize. You're right. This will take some getting used to. And we have quite a bit of time together to do just that. Let us set sail.
All right, Sapphire Rain, we are changing plans. We are not going to Felbar, as some of the dwarves go. Aw, we are going to Leander, as the elves go. Yay! And I want to get there as quick as possible, and I mean quick. So, Val, you know what that means. Wind to the sails. You got it? I'm going to steer. I got the wheel. Anybody got questions? Bring it to me. Alrighty? You don't fuck with the captain, and you don't fuck with Lunarion, and you don't fuck with Gog. Alright? Phoenix Rangers are our friends, but they are also our honored guests. And we are in their service. In fact, they're the reason why all of your pockets has so much gold in it right now. So, with that being understood, friends and family, let us set sail for Leander. As the crew begins to work, and they begin to sing as they prepare to set sail. one of the crewmen walks up to you and says, "Sir, would you like to see your quarters?"
Of course, thank you.
And they take you to a deep within the ship. As you guys walk down within the hold, you notice that this ship, much larger than many of the ships you've been on that only have one deck. This is a 4-deck vessel, large enough to have both a kitchen area, have both a storage area, and a private quarters, not only for the captain, but for honored guests. And as they take you to the honored guest quarters, you guys approach and you see that it is, it's a ship, so it's not as grand as your experience within the Westweld, but you have a bed, you have a dresser, you have a table to write on, everything that you need for both of you within your rooms here on the Rain.
No beard.
Yes.
We've come quite a long way. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah, actually, we did. Like a really, really long way.
I met you in the middle of nowhere. I believe I was in a sea of red, and you and Arrow saved me from that. We fought assassins together. We went on a rescue mission together. You learned you could see in the dark. I had to help you through that, even though I didn't fully understand your tremor sense. We escaped near death countless times together. We created a party. We've gathered many members in that party, good men and women. In days, we've liberated cities, countrymen. We acquired a Galleria, and a ship, and now another ship, and a crew, in the aid of another country, with rings to represent our allegiance. This may be the start of something grand, No Beard. I know that there are things that you wish to do, and there are plenty of things that I wish to do. Let us help one another complete our tasks, our greater goals. To us, and to the Phoenix Rangers, No Beard.
To the Phoenix Strangers. Oh, but while you say that, did you look at the scroll that you were given? Here, hold on. Look at this one.
Yeah, sure. Please. As I extend my hand and I take a look at it.
All right, as you open up your letter, it is from High Mage Valen himself. As it reads, "To the Phoenix Rangers, bearers of courage and seekers of truth. The path of power is not paved only in blood and fire, but in wisdom. By the authority granted to me as High Mage of Westweld and Keeper of the Inner Circle of Morrow, I extend to you this invitation. You are hereby granted access to the Grand Arcanum of Morwen, the greatest repository of arcane lore in the Western world. Within its sacred halls you will find knowledge long thought lost, scriptures, prophecies, treatises, and the divine records of ages past. Furthermore, by my personal seal, you are granted access to the private collection, a chamber reserved only for trusted agents of the realm and sworn arcanists. Within it lie the volumes that I have researched for you, Gog." And it says the Alphas, the Omegas, the Ascensions, the Book of Asmodeus, the Book of Sarah, and the Prestock Writs. Use what you find wisely. Not all knowledge is a blessing, and not all truths are forgiving. In the light of Morwen and under the eye of stars, High Mage Valen of House Morwen.
No Beard. Change of plans. Perhaps we visit this Grand Arcanum first, on the way to Leandar.
That sounds good to me. That might be that might be a really good choice because you're trying to find out more information on who's a Vessi?
Yes, well, my grandfather and others, yes. The history of the Yuan-Ti. Asmodeus and the history of him and his godhood.
And
I
his
want
godhood.
an expansion on the Yes, I want an expansion on the book that you lent to me, and I wish to read up on his backstory, and I wish to read up on the history of the UNT. If I'm going to carry out the works that I have in my mind and my heart, I need to get a better picture. I need to get a better view of the big picture. And perhaps I can read up more on Zahir and see if he really existed at a period of time before we reach Leandar.
You really still need convincing of him. It's
But of course,
hilarious.
my entire life, I just knew Seth. Zahir was merely a story that old wives would tell their children they're young to scare them. But if Zahir is really real, and if the UNT of today are connected to Zahir, then perhaps the UNT are much darker than I imagined.
Of course she's real, Amarion. The Asmodeus doesn't have enough power to seal the Moon Weaver by himself. Someone had to do it with him.
That's true. I don't know, I just feel like there's something that I still am missing. I feel like there's parts of the literature I need to fill in the blanks to. But, to your point, if what I read is true, then I guess I leave no room for doubt. We can visit the Grand Arcanum after we go to Leandar. Let's get to Leandar first. We'll stay the course.
Understood.
As you guys feel the boat begin to move, the vessel takes off within the shores of Deep Lake. We will need to plot your course as I'll show you the course that Velnos has plotted, and then you guys can go ask him if he wants to change it. 1 second. It's kind of where he wants to take you guys. So you have to leave out of Leap Lake. You have to pass Morwen on the way out, and then go through Mystistrix. And his justification is kind of like, yeah, and honestly, since everything's taken care of in Mystistrix, we won't really have to worry about any goblin raids. Most we'll have to worry about are crocodiles or something. So everything seems to be pretty fair and easy on the way out of Mystistrix. You guys agree with this route?
Yeah, could you scoot over some more? Yeah. The Empire of the Dawn, remnants, Savannah, the Thousand Isles, Little Koi, Shade Maw. What do you know of Shade Maw, Velnos?
Shade Maw, the Shadakai have found their way into these lands. Children of the Shadowfell, of the Raven Queen.
Well, I agree with your course. Please, proceed.
Now, I must say, we will face heavy blockades taking this route, but I do believe it will be quicker, specifically around the Empire of the Dawn, where the Exiled Vanguard lay claim. So just be prepared for some nice parlays along the way, I should say, but shouldn't be a problem. Well known throughout these parts. Exiled Vanguard respect me, they respect the reign. Should be alright.
Then you'll do the talking.
I will handle all the speaking.
What do they stand for? Who are they the vanguard of? They're fallen heroes, yes? So what is it that they defend there in the Empire of the Dawn?
Well, one, they really seem to hate Damon. They also seem to really hate Felglorado. Many of them, I'm assume, have some sort of PTSD or trauma associated with the time there. Of course, I was never strong enough to be a hero, but I can imagine, gotta be a pretty tough guy and go through some pretty crazy shit to get there, and to want to come back. I can only imagine what the hell's going on in that place. But they've grouped together under Thaddeus Ironhand. They call him the Mercenary King.
The Mercenary King. Interesting. Understood. Well, little time to waste. To Leander.
All right, as you guys set sail and make your way out of Malden into the Swampamus districts, where pretty easy enough you guys are able to make it out with the navigational skills of your crew. As you guys make your way out of the swamplands, you turn around and you see the beachhead that you originally landed on with your first vessel, the Golden Leviathan, which Sprocket has now taken back to Ludus Bay. But you recognize the area that you landed, and you take one last look at the island of Malden before you sail away.
I don't think we'll be coming back to this place for some time now, Gog. Bid it farewell. And perhaps when we do make it back, it'll be in one piece.
Hopefully.
And as you guys make your way out into the Hero's Patch at Sea, we cut to Sprocket on the ship as you hear the call of your people on the deck. The very deck of the ship begins to rock and shake above you as dust starts to fall on your head. You and Vashna both looking up, trying to understand what could possibly be going on upstairs.
Hey, Vashna. Oh yeah, that's right. We don't really speak the same language, do we?
Get up,
Uh, okay, if you're not gonna speak what I speak, then just shut up.
As she kind of looks at you and makes her way upstairs.
You said there's racket going on?
Yeah, there's a racket going on upstairs right now.
Okay, Sprocket rush upstairs and go see what the racket's all about.
As you step onto the deck, you see about 25 goblins that are stacking all sorts of items on the deck of the ship. Cannonballs, barrels, food stock, boxes, whatever they can find. And they're all trying to jump off of the box, and whoever makes the loudest noise, every time somebody makes a loud noise when they land on the deck, they all go, "Wah!"
Who's? Well, hold on. He wants to walk up to there's a. Can I do a perception to see like who's orchestrating all this?
Yeah, go ahead and do a perception check.
That's a 19.
All right, with that 19, 1 second here.
Oh, I got the wrong character on. Hold on, my fault. Yeah, still a 19. I had Susan Sprocket, but it's still a 19.
Okay. With that 19, you find your wise man who appears to be orchestrating, like kind of pointing goblins. Yeah, stand on that one. Yeah, stack that one up top. You'll get a real big clap with that one. Yes, come on. Yes, come on. We have to appease the gods as we travel.
Hey, what you got going on right here?
Ah, Captain Sprocket. As your wise man, it is my duty to ensure that this travel is handled very, very swiftly, and to make sure that the gods themselves are blessing our travel, yes? As he looks at you, clearly not entertained.
No, you got them messing around with. Some of these have food in it. Some of these barrels got food and things that we need. Why?
No, we must do the 15 rituals, Captain Sprocket.
Yeah, not with my food, you're not.
No, we are not messing up the food. We are using it as a vantage point from which to jump and make noise to give praise to the gold of the roaring skies. It's called the Sky Screech. We jump, we boom, and we wah!
I don't like any of that. Okay, you can jump, boom, and wow on over there without using my storage. No,
Perhaps you'd like to give it a try, Captain Sprocket.
No.
Just one time to
No.
appease the
Give it a
gods,
try.
Captain
No.
Sprocket. The gold of the roaring skies, Captain Sprocket.
do you know how to swim?
Excuse me?
Do you swim? Are you familiar with swimming?
Of course. I would never want you to. No need to get involved, Captain. I will simply make sure that the rest of the goblins, especially the children, they will give praise to the gold of the roaring skies on your behalf. As two of them jump from the crow's nest and they go through the floor of the golden leviathan deck.
Okay, you're messing up my ship. Some of you guys might have to go overboard. Hey, where's what's the big orc
Zarg.
name? Zarg. Zarg.
As you go looking for Zarg, you see him kind of up near the wheel of the ship, and he appears to be helping some goblins who are swinging on ropes, carrying crates, and they're trying to like toss them between each other, back and forth. As he says, "Oh, this is a cool gobstacle course."
Hey, Zarg, stop having fun over here. I need you on the deck, and I need you to enforce. There's people over here playing. They're playing with our food. You big man, you need to eat.
We are giving praise to the gold god. This is the ritual for the gold of Agile. Jump.
Zarg, you're an orc. You shouldn't even you don't even believe in what they believe in.
I don't know what I believe.
You believe in me.
Yes, Sprocket, I believe in you, but you also said I can rob everybody once we get to Luda's Bay.
Yeah, I said that, and I mean that. So, if these people mess up this ship, then there won't be any us anymore, and that means there won't be any them, and there won't be any them to rob.
It is now time for the trial of the fire team!
As you see a goblin come up from underneath the deck, and they have what appears to be some sort of flamboyant dish, some either vegetable or fruit that has been caught on fire. And as a couple of the goblins, the younger ones, line up, they appear to be prepared to have an eating contest on this flaming meal. As he says,
To praise the gold of the bright hunger!
Listen, there will be no eating competitions here, okay? You know what? I try to be nice. Is my wise man still orchestrating all this?
yes.
I want to walk up to him and grab him and etch him closer to the edge of the ship.
No, Sprocket, if you do that, you will piss off the gods. This is ritual for goblin kind.
He looks. Sprocket just looks at him. Does it look like I care?
Uh, 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 I cannot stop what is already done, Sprocket. The gods have been awakened. They are listening. We must appease them with the 15 blessings.
Yeah, but how can you appease them if you're swimming?
Well, there is one challenge, the Oath of Bark, the goal of the Beastkind, to capture the largest sea creature during the day, and perhaps, if you throw me over, I will bring back a fish and give glory to the gold of Beastkind.
What if I tie one of these cannon balls next to your attached to you?
Don't do that. You would not want to do that. Then I would not come back. I would bloop, 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 bloop to the bottom of the sea.
But then all this ruckus will stop, right?
Of course not. We are all aware of the 15 blessings. Look! As you see a little boy running with what appears to be a rat in his mouth as he crawls up the stairs in an animalistic way. He says, Rat King's challenge is all mine. He says, look! The gold of survival. Look!
So I gotta do it to the boy too.
Sprocket, you must join us. Join us in giving praise over these next 3 days as we travel. Join the blessings to the gold gods.
You're doing it, but you're not gonna mess up my ship.
No, I promise. That is as wild as the trials gets. And in fact, we're all done with the trials for today. As you see that the trial of Fire Teeth is completed, as one of the goblins who just finished like spitting fire out of their mouth, setting fire to one of the sails, one of the subsails, as a couple of them crawl up the crow's nest and try to start putting it out with buckets of water.
Is there a sail to replace that sail?
It's your ship, Captain. Is there a sail?
Hey Zarg, I want you to throw those guys who just put fire to the sail overboard right now.
Sprocket. Okay. As he starts walking up to the goblins, as you see, they are very small children, and their moms run up to them like,
Do it.
as he drops them into the water.
All right. Now Sprocket, he claps his hand. He wipes his hands like he just achieved something great.
The sky begins to open up as rain begins to fall. Thunder and lightning strike as far as the eye can see. What was once a clear day a moment ago has now become a dark, dreary storm. As you hear the two goblin children, no, the gods, Sprocket, the gods!
Hey, you just gave them the offering. What's wrong with that?
Sprocket, we have to bring them back, or else we will sink. The gods are not pleased if the trials are not completed.
I'm getting so pissed off right now. Don't get those damn kids and bring them back up here then.
As he goes over to grab the children, and he pulls them up, the sky clears up, and everything looks to be a-okay. As Vizard looks up, he says, "Oh, what the fuck?" I don't believe in no gods, but that wasn't unnatural.
Look, we need to sail faster. I don't like this.
As your wise man says, and that concludes day one of the trials. We will meet everybody on the deck tomorrow to give praise to the gold of war, the gold of bruises, the gold of climbing, the gold of shadows, and the gold of silence.
That's a lot of golds.
Yes, that is a lot of golds. As people begin to clean up their various messes, give me a survival check, Sprocket.
It's a 9.
Yep. With that 9, overnight the gods are not pleased, so you guys wake up to another thunderstorm. Ah, Sprocket! Captain Sprocket! The gods are angry!
What now?
Perhaps we did the wrong trials, Captain.
Well, whose fault is that?
That's my fault. You're right. I need to come up with a plan. Let me think. God of the 15 golds, we are sorry for our insolence and our foolishness. Our leader was not fit, and he is a non-believer. And our captain, although he meant well, he interrupted our trials. We promise, O God of the 15 gold, to make sure to give you all of the glory today.
What he said.
So first, the Forge of Yells. As you see a bunch of goblins all run out with various pots and pans. And your wise man looks over to you and says, Captain Sprocket, I think the gods would like you to participate.
This is stupid. Oh, man. And he grabs some pots and pans.
Alright, as you watch as one by one the goblins go down the line and they bang on their pot as hard as they can, and then they let out their loudest battle cry. So they're going, Mah! Some of them are going, Whee! Others are saying, and as it gets to you, what is your battle cry? You will have to roll for this, so the better your RP, you might have advantage.
No, bro, I'm sticking with that, bro. I'm not, no. Sprocket ain't going for that.
Alright, give me a performance save here, a performance check.
This is 16.
Okay. With that 16, Wise Man goes, Yes, Sprocket! Yes, appease the gods of the 15! Let them know your loyalty! And as you guys finish up, you hear a voice in your head that says,
Hey, what was that?
That was what?
Boom, 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 boom.
Ah! That is the Battle of Blunts.
You got battle?
Yes, let me show you. As he takes you down to the deck, and you see there are a bunch of one-on-one brawls going on as several goblins have picked up different sticks and broken off pieces of wood to form blunt weapons, and they're having one-on-one fights. And he says, now, Captain Sprocket, the brackets are set, but if you would like to participate, we can get you signed up.
No. I'm above that. No, I'm not. No. And give me them sticks.
Oh, no stick.
No. No,
Don't worry,
no.
we will turn this into a boxing event.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah. You need to fight too. I want to watch.
As he goes, I am not a fighter, Captain Sprocket, but perhaps I can interest you in another event. As he takes you back upstairs.
I want to see you fight though.
I'm not a fighter. You can roll persuasion check.
You're supposed to participate, though. If you believe in the 15 gold and you're not going to participate, that makes you a hypocrite.
No, the brackets
Hypocrites
are
gotta go.
set. These goblins are pure of soul. They have been purely selected as the top of our goblin kind. The best fighters to go 1-to-1 in combat in the praise of the gold of bruises.
Yeah, but you were going to write me in, so you might as well write yourself in.
That's
And my
because you
steed.
are a great competitor. You would have brought glory to this trial. I would bring shame.
Yeah, you're my wise man, but what happened to the whole you're not on one of his things? At first you used to not be on board with that. Now you're my wise man.
Well, I seem to make myself at home here.
Yeah, I hear you. You were showing me what now?
Did I hear what it is? He takes you upstairs, and once again you see a group of goblins that are climbing the mast, and they appear to be hanging fishbone charms from the top of the mast. He says, would you like to partake in one of the art trials, Captain Sprocket?
One of the art trials. What's that?
You will craft a fishbone charm, and then we hang them from the mast. Tonight we will drop them all at the same time, and whoever's does not break will receive, drum roll please, 15 gold.
Only 115 gold?
Yes, Captain Sprocket. That is all we were able to find on the ship. Well,
It's better than no 15 gold. Yeah, I'm down.
Alright, as he takes you over to the crafting station where you see a bunch of little goblinas all making their own little fishbone charms. Some of them literally using their teeth to try to like pull different pieces apart as they say, Captain Sprocket, Captain Sprocket!
No, it's not Captain Sprocket. It's Tribal Chief.
Tribal Chief, Tribal Chief! Would you like to
Yeah,
take
like
a
that.
fish charm?
Yeah, give me one of those things. So I can give me one of them fish things so I can make a chart matter.
So they throw you a full fish that has been caught with all the skin on it.
No, this will not do. I need one deboned skin.
But, Tribal Chief, you're supposed to de-skin it yourself. That is the way. It is the gold of the oceans.
Okay, well, give me something to cut it up with.
Captain Sprocket. I'm sorry, Tribal Chief. You're supposed to use your teeth. That is the goblin way.
Oh. Does this thing have scales?
I'm happy to descale it for you.
Yeah, you do that.
As she starts to grind it with her teeth, she gets a pretty good look at it, takes off a bunch of the scales, and she hands it back to you, skinned.
Alright. So I just gotta bite like this bite it off.
Yes, Captain Sprocket, bite it off, bite it off.
Sprocket proceeds to bite off pieces of the skin to unveil the bones.
As you unveil the bones, go ahead and give me a medicine check here, or sleight of hand.
I roll suck. That's a 6.
As you start to peel off the bones, you take off half of the fish, like really at the middle of the spine, and kind of breaks off. As you do that, some of the little goblinas go, ooh.
Okay. So what do I do next?
You're gonna need to make another one, Tribal Chief Sprocket, Captain, sir.
This one's no good.
No, you can't use a broken one. It's gonna break. It's already
Oh,
weak boned.
Right. Oh my god. Okay, give me another one.
As she throws you another fish.
Okay. So I just bite it to unveil the bone. Okay, and he
Yes, Captain
he
Sprocket, but I have to tell you, that was supposed to be my dinner tonight. That is my only ration left.
you eat that then. You don't let that go to waste. It's already de-skinned. I mean, there's no scales on it, so you
But
eat that.
Captain Sprocket, I don't want to piss off the gods. Look at this weather. Look at this. The world is dying all around us.
How would that piss off the god by you eating that one?
No, I would throw myself from the ship, Captain Sprocket.
No,
Please,
you won't.
please make the fishbone charm, Captain Sprocket. Please, I'll go hungry, Captain Sprocket. Please.
Okay, well, this is about to be really nasty. Okay, so Sprocket, while he bites the fish, he spits it separately in a different pile, so the kid can have that saliva filled fish.
Okay, cool, yeah. As you do.
She says, is that for me, Captain Sprocket?
Yeah, you go have the big dude. You got to eat that.
Thank you, Captain Sprocket.
And she hands you her fish charm.
Can you hang this up for me while I go eat? I'm very
Yeah.
hungry.
You do that. You go eat.
As she goes, starts to nibble on the tiny little piece of fish head as she hands you her own fish charm. As you now have kind of an example to go off of when you're making your next run at it. So this time your sleight of hand will be with advantage.
Okay, I'm about to roll now. Uh, 12.
Okay, cool. You do make a fish head charm. It is still a pretty shitty one. You didn't quite make the DC for that one, but you participated, so the gods will at least see that you tried. As you finish that up, Vashna kind of comes up to you. She says, "Oh my God, yeah, yeah."
So what did I say to you before?
She just kind of gestures for you to come over to where she's at.
He pops over.
You pop over, you go back down into the deck, and you see that they've cleaned up now, and a bunch of goblins are sitting in a circle, and they all appear to be telling stories. You hear one say, "Yeah, one time I found 15 gold in this guy's pocket. He didn't even feel me going in his pocket, and I just took it. I just took it all 15 of the golds. It was all mine. I took it. And everybody's kind of like, "Oh, that's good. That's a good story." And the next guy goes, "Yeah, one time I found some gold. Well, I thought it was gold, but when I picked it up, it was just a dandelion." And everybody goes, "Yeah, that happened to me before. Yeah, that sucks. I hate when that happens." One of them goes, "Oh, yeah, last time I saw gold was, well, I was pissing off of this tower, and I was like, whew, that's kind of the color of gold. Wonder if it tastes like gold." And, well, nah, the rest of that story is not too flat. "Oh, Captain Sprocket! Captain Sprocket, you want to join us? Tell us a story about some gold you found? We didn't talk
Yeah, let
about
me see.
gold. Yeah, please, tell us."
All right, so this is gonna be a long-winded story, okay? Everybody nice and situated.
"Oh, yeah, we're tuned in. Please, tell us a good story."
All right. Listen to this. So one day, it was a few years ago, I think, or something like that. Maybe 15 years ago, actually. I was running with a crew of my friends, with my goblin buddies, right? And one of them told us that there was going to be this big cache of golds. I'm talking maybe more than 15 15s, maybe more than 15 15 15 15s, and it was all in this little bungalow, this little house. So we do what we do when we hear gold. We ran up in that house, right? And when I said there was gold everywhere. It was kind of like the whole house was made out of gold. But some of this gold was too heavy, so I was like, there got to be like lighter gold somewhere. So I went upstairs, and there was this giant. It was like a sleeping giant almost, and and I tried to get the gold right, but he started twitching and itching and moving, and then one of his eyes woke up, and he was all like, "Hey, what you doing? What you doing with my gold in your hands?" And I tried to tell him, I tried to warn him. I said, "Listen, these 15, 15, 15s, they need to come back with me. If not, I'm gonna have to put you to sleep eternally." You feel what I'm saying, guys? Did you hear that?
Oh, yeah. I would have gave him a nice nap.
So he got all up in arms. I'm talking. This guy was about 6 or 7 feet. This is the type of guy I be seeing in my sleep. So he ran up on me. I hit him with that go to sleep. And when I say I hit him with that go to sleep, he knocked up off his feet. And then that guy, he DIED. That means he died. For those who don't get it.
Nobody do that go to sleep like you do that go to sleep, Sprocket.
I do that go to sleep. So I killed that man. And you know what I did? I took them goals. I started running.
Them was your goals, Sprocket.
Them my goals. And then this shadowy figure came up. He was like an elf or something. He came up trying to run after me and my crew. You know, we packed him out. We beat him up bad. We beat him up pretty bad. And then ever since then, I do think you were there actually. I remember you for some reason. Yeah,
I definitely was there.
You was definitely there. Yeah, we beat him up. And then that guy, he started hanging out with us. His name was Aralos. He was so scared. Man.
I thought his name was Jay.
You know what? Yeah, his name was Jay. His name was EJ, actually.
Jay.
Yeah. But long story short, I got that gold. And that's how my story ended, y'all. Thank you for my TED Talk.
Everybody starts to clap. Thank you, Captain Sprocket. That was a beautiful story.
As you tell that story, the rain starts to let up a tiny bit. Go ahead and give me a deception, history, or insight with adventure.
I got 2 16s.
16s, you do pass, and you also start to feel like there may be some truth to this ritual. Like it started off feeling like a bunch of just random bullshit, but as you start to tell your story and you see the weather begin to react to the sharing of stories of the goals, there may be some truth to it. As your wise man comes up to you and he says,
All right. I'm sorry.
excuse me. All right, Captain Sprocket. The last fight. The last trial for today. To conclude the trial of the inner gods, we require you to select from our kind 2 of the strongest to duel tonight under the moon, under the glaze of the big blue.
Who's our strongest? I think you're pretty strong.
I would probably participate in the moon duel.
Nah, actually, nah. You might break a leg or something, literally. Nah, not Zarg either. I don't want Zarg to actually kill somebody I know on his own strength. Bashna, I want to see you fight. Who's the most like fittest looking guy other than Zarg? Like next to him, you would say.
The guy that was co-signing.
My wise man?
No, the guy that was co-signing when you were telling your ghost story that just lied and said he was there.
Oh yeah, I want him. Yeah.
Alright, so you select him and Vashna as your wise man says, a wonderful choice, Captain Sprocket. I wouldn't have made a better choice myself.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I do make great choices. Glaze me a little bit more.
Ah, yes. I will continue to glaze you tonight at the moon duel to praise the gold of silence. But for now, we shall feast on the catch of the day. And some of the goblins start to bring in various fish and crab and lay it out on the deck. No tables, no plates. And people start to just dig in right there.
Sprocket also digs in.
Alright, give me a survival check.
$22.
Cool. As the moon duel starts, you watch as Vashna and your Goblino start to shadow box atop the crow's nest. Not actually hitting each other, but just shadow boxing and pretending to dodge. The moon duel appears to be some ritualistic dance that people participate in. Go ahead and give me a performance check real quick just to see if you get a nat 20. Okay, cool. Yeah, so as you do so, you guys make it through the night and the gods have been appeased. And through the night, as you guys were watching the moonlit dance, you noticed that stars in the sky began to dance as well. As you saw several shooting stars gleam across the sky between Tungra and the Big Blue.
Ah.
Yes, Captain Sprocket. Today is day 3, the final trial of the Deep Golds. We are very close to Ludus Bay. We're about a day's way out.
Okay, great.
I must say, before we begin today's blessings, shall we be stopping in Orcs Landing, or will we be making our way directly to Ludus Bay?
Is there anyone who wants to go to Works Landing?
I won't go Orcs Landing.
Anyone besides him?
Well, I'm me, Captain Rocket.
Because who's this talking? Is this Zard?
Yes, sorry.
Because Zard, you don't know what you want.
No, you might be right. I don't know what I want.
Zard, I'm going to take you home, okay? You're going to find a very nice home, okay?
Orcs Landing sounds like home. I kind of want to go to Orcs Landing.
Zard, you might be a little too soft for Orcs Landing.
Okay. Yeah, Zarg not really know what he wants, but Zarg does want to go home. Zarg might think he want to go to Orcs Landing, but Zarg might be too soft for Orcs Landing. Zarg stay here.
Yes, Zard, I am going to be your home, okay? You're going to find a home. I'm going to give you a home.
And
then you can rob people.
Goblins, prepare to sacrifice! As you see, all of the goblins stand on the decks and on the rails of the ship. Both feet with their heads down looking into the water. Goblin! Sacrifice!
What the hell?
And you watch as each one goes into their pocket and they pull out an item. Some pull out gold, some pull out papers, some pull out sticks and rocks, and some pull out toys. And they drop them into the water. And as they do, in unison, they all yell out at their own wish for themselves. Some of them just wish to have their thing back that they just threw into the water. As your wise man walks over and he takes a necklace. And as he does, he looks at it and he drops a tear and he drops it into the water. And he looks back at you. He says, Captain, please.
Be good.
You must participate in the sacred sinking, the gold of letting go.
Let go of something. Doesn't matter what it is.
It's just something precious to you.
Precious. Can you give me something that's precious?
It'll have to come from inside your heart.
Let me guess. If I don't, there's gonna be a storm and bad things happen.
I would imagine the gods will not be pleased.
Sprocket reluctantly pulls out his Aralos doll. His little Kraken doll. He slowly walks to the edge. He kind of shakes his hand a little bit, as he does not want to drop it in there, but finger by finger, he lets go. Goodbye, buddy.
It must have been hard for you, Captain.
You wouldn't imagine. That thing's been with me for 15 millenniums.
Well, now it's time for the Glub Glub race! As you see a bunch of goblins begin strapping fish to their ankles. And the fish heads kind of like smack against the deck as they run. And that's where the term Glub Glub comes from. And your wise man looks over to you and he says, so, Captain, one more day of trials together?
One more. I thought this was the last one. I just let go of something really that I liked a lot.
No, Captain. That is the first trial of today. We still have 4 more.
Oh, hell no. Yeah, okay, what do I do now?
All right, as he gives you a selection of fish to choose from, there appears to be a guppy, a swordfish, and a tiny little clownfish.
Let me get that guppy. I like the way that sounds.
All right, as you get the guppy, he instructs you to kind of strap it across your ankle, and he shows you how to do it. Go ahead and give me a dex, sleight of hand.
15.
Okay, perfect. That is a natural 20. As you tie the fish perfectly onto your ankle, and as you start to run around on the deck, you are making the loudest gloop, 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 gloop sound. The sound almost reverberates off the deck of the ship as everybody can hear how loud your glub glub is, and the gold of fins and bone is appeased, and the goblins start to call you Fishfoot.
Fishfoot! 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 Fishfoot!
And from this day forward, you will be known as Captain Sprocket Fishfoot.
Don't you dare call me that. My name is Tribal Chief. I'm the Tribal Chief.
Tribal Chief Captain Sprocket Fishfoot!
Oh, hell.
As you all gather around and people are kind of raising you up in the air for making the largest glub glub ever known, everybody begins to quickly rip the fish off of their ankles and start to smack each other with it. People are pouring water down each other's backs, and they appear to all be playing pranks on each other as your wise man walks up to you and he says, "How you doing, Captain Sprocket?"
Swear to God, if you do it, I'm gonna slap you still.
And he spits in your face.
I'm gonna slap him.
as you smack him, he says, "Oh, you got me. That's one. I got 2 more pranks before I'm out. Make sure you dodge any pranksters." And he takes off. Go ahead and give me an insight check to try to avoid a prank, or give me a sleight of hand and tell me what prank you are choosing to do.
Oh no.
Okay, with that one, you're fed up, like you're kind of pissed off. You were taken off guard by the smack and it angered you and you hit him back, not realizing it was a game. Now, in the throes of that, still not accepting the game, you feel the sail fall over you as some of the goblins begin to pick you up and they toss you over the boat inside of the sail as you start to sink into the water, moving frantically trying to swim up or find some oxygen. You're finding it difficult because the sail is wrapped around you and it's actually blocking your movements. The weight of the sail itself is weighing you down, almost preventing you from being able to swim up.
Can I activate slow fall I guess sinking?
So yeah, we'll say you activated slow fall as you were falling off. So when you felt yourself lift off the ground, you activate your slow fall, which does slow you down. And so instead of the sail being wrapped around your body, it's kind of cast out over top of you. And it's slowly enveloping you. You have a little bit of time to try to swim around it or swim through it.
Yeah, I wanna try to swim around it.
All right, go ahead, give me an athletics.
Dirty 20.
Nice. You swim out from the sail, and as you get to as you crest above the water, you notice that it is the sail bearing the sigil of the Phoenix Rangers that is now sinking in the ocean.
What's my lung capacity looking like?
You got pretty good lung capacity, and you got a boat full of goblins that just threw you overboard.
So I want to swim. Yeah, I want to swim back for it. Wait, how above am I? Like, how close to the shore am I?
So you are next to the boat. So the boat is right next to you. It is moving fairly slowly, though. Slow enough that you have some time to make a decision here, I'll say. The sail is right next to you. You swim kind of pretty much just to kind of get up. You swim to the right of it and up. It's about, I would say, like parts of it are probably about 10 feet in the water, and then there are like certain corners that are still crest above the water, but they appear to be sinking.
Okay, I wanna grab the sail with a nice grip for the best angle I can.
All right, so you grab it, and you are now keeping yourself above water, while with one hand kind of waiting in the water there, with the ship sailing past you.
Oh my god, bruh. Wanna yell. Somebody, tell me something.
I am the captain now, as the wise man calls out from the back of the ship.
Oh yeah, you're dead. I want to drop the sail and then just swim as fast as I can to the boat, to the ship.
Give me a perception check.
$18.
As you drop the sail, you see a life preserver come flying off of the ship, off the back of the ship, and your wise man calls out, "Ha ha ha! That's 3. I got you. You're out, Captain Sprocket. Fish foot."
I dropped the damn sail. And he just Sprocket's just gonna angrily swim to the ship.
As you swim to the ship and they pull you back up, and they're all like, "Captain, we got you so good, Captain."
Yeah, He wants to go to his wise men and grab him and take him to the bottom of the boat, of the ship.
Captain, what is wrong, Captain?
No, I just want to talk to you. Come here.
Okay.
And the same cell that Vashna was in, he's gonna throw him in there and then close the the gate.
All right, you throw him in the cell. He says, Captain, wait! What about the trials, Captain? The 2 more trials, Captain!
He takes him out the damn cell.
Captain, you see you've come to your senses. It was just a prank.
Yeah, I lost. You know what? You're gonna have to do some talking to Lunarion. You're gonna love to talk to him.
Yes, Captain Lunarion. Lunarion, what did he?
Yeah, he's gonna be very happy with you.
Oh, he'll be pleased that I assured our safe voyage. Now, Captain, do you hear that? As you hear a low roar, kind of.
What is that sound?
The final screech, the gold of endings.
But gold of endings.
As he gestures for you to come with him upstairs.
He follows him.
As you go upstairs, you hear everybody screaming at the top of their lungs directly at the ocean. Just a continuous yelping scream that almost pierces the ears, especially some of the young children that are just screeching. They're taking joy in it, almost like a child, at church, just enjoying the songs. They are screeching as loud as they possibly can.
This is dumb. You just yelling.
Boom! You see a giant bolt of lightning strike the water nearby the ship. And
Sprocket immediately starts yelling. Yeah. Oh. He starts joining in with the yells.
As your wise man, as you're yelling, he says, "We are trying to summon the 15 god."
What does the 15 gold look like?
The 15 god.
The 15 god?
Ah! And as you all scream, the area in the ocean where the lightning struck begins to almost illuminate from the depths. Not a light from the sky, but a light from below.
Sprocket rushes to the edge to peep over.
As you peep over, you just see lights and the sea, the waves rushing over this area. It appears to be stationary where it is, but you do notice that it appears to be almost bubbling.
What is this? So, he grabs his wise man to explain what he's looking at.
Captain, what are you speaking of?
What is this that's bubbling? It's the 15 god?
As he looks out, he says, "Captain, I don't see anything."
So if I throw you in it, you ain't gonna see it then?
As you look over the boat, you also do no longer see the area.
Okay. I definitely seen something though. So what's next? Are we done with all this trials and tribulations?
Now, all the goblins must vote, and we must decide who our next chieftain will be. Seeing as all of the chieftains are gone, but it is tradition that when goblins travel from one place to the next, that we declare a new chieftain, a new tribal chief, one who understands the trials and the ways of the 15. I wonder who our people will choose.
I know who they better choose.
Yes, of course. As he puts up a box essentially, and they kind of break open the top of it and hand out pieces of paper for people to come out and write their vote. As one by one goblins go up and cast their vote before going to lay to bed. Your wise man says, "We will announce the new prophet when we arrive at our new home. Thanks to our friends, Lunarian and Sprocket." As
Don't I get to vote?
yes, of course. As he casts his vote before you, and he says, "Have at it." Then he also goes downstairs.
Sprocket writes his own name in there and puts it in there. Casts his vote.
All right. As you cast your vote, this is your last night on the sea as captain of the Golden Leviathan with this crew and this group of individuals. What would you like to do?
I like that. So what is all the votes are what in a box?
Yeah, all the votes are in a box on the deck of the ship.
He thinks about it, but then he doesn't want to anger the 15 gods, so he leaves it and he goes to rest with the rest of the crew.
Okay. This is the last survival check.
That's a 10.
Okay. Overnight. You guys have a peaceful night. All the trials were good enough to appease the gods, and all the votes were cast in good faith and in good just. And as you make way, you see a very familiar sight. The crooked docks of Luda's Bay. A city for which you call home, Sprocket. You are, in fact, the champion of the battle arena, undefeated. Returning to your stomping grounds after the civil war that unleashed in Dukungi's passing. Now, as you approach with your own ship and crew and friendly cast of kinfolk, that is where we will end our session.